What is going on, guys? Big Ride coming at you with the, what is it, the Monday Night Football live stream. We have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys in a divisional matchup for Monday night. I'm excited for this game. I got a feeling this is going to be some five-star entertainment. What's going on, Jackson? What's going on, Sonny? How are you guys doing? My prediction of 80 to 90,000 bets looks like it's going to come to fruition. We're at 75,000 now, and we still have 14 minutes till kickoff, so I think we'll hit about 80,000. And I'm just going to put in the current odds to see if there's any value. Tony's on the over. Robert says I'm holding my nose and taking the Eagles. Yeah, the poo-poo platter, I guess you could say. I'm just taking a look now, so let's see. Just trying to get the data on this game up to date. 107 minus 103, 51.5 minus 104 minus 107. 65 minus 185. Let's take a look and see. So not much has changed for this market. I'll actually I'll give you guys a little look into what we do have as part of the membership, and that's I put these numbers through a little bit of a database that I have. Let me zoom it out just a little bit. And just from the look of it, the sample size isn't very big on this game, 16, but this is actually quite the sample size here. Spread percentage of money on the away team, 47% or less, has hit at 60% over the last 317 games, but only 110 of those games fit into that range. And it's been 10-6 and 9-7 on the spread percentage of bets being 33. So there's a lot of strong indicators here pointing towards Eagles against the spread as far as previous market data goes. So I'm down on the Eagles plus 3.5 at minus 106. So I got a little bit better juice than what it listed as here. And then for OUs, we've got conflicting data here. 51.5 is the number. If Tony got over 50, that's nice. I was saying in the market video, 50.5 and over would be nice, but 51.5, I might lean under. 51's a pretty common result. So, and the other thing too is the juice here on the unders, minus 107. And then when taking a look, open to close, the money line percentages and the money line price has stayed the same. 27% of people are on Philly, and only 9% of the money is on Philly, which with 9% in this small sample size would be a good opportunity to take Philly. Not enough for me to jump on it. It's 3.3 units, 2.3 units on a 15-game sample size. Percentage of bets, when there's a lot of bets on the home team, it's telling us to take the home team, but you know, they're 6-1, but it's only paid out 0.4 units, so it's just not really worth it. Yeah, Jackson agrees. It does look good. So he's on the Eagles as well, plus 3.5 at minus 110. I think that's the only play that I'm going to be making tonight. So now it's just about sitting back and enjoying this game. Site. I'm sure Fat Guy will be joining us shortly for any of those who are curious. And then, yeah, Mickey, you have the exact same spread and price that I do. Eagles plus 3.5. Minus 106. I should probably post this on the Discord, which is also part of the membership. Give guys a heads up. All right, sorry about the dead air, guys. Just trying to catch up on all the stuff. Hopefully, Fat Guy will be joining us shortly. He can bring the 5-star entertainment as far as him and I go. Let's get real. But let me pull up this game. See what we're looking at. Hopefully, all the pundits are taking the Dallas Cowboys. I appreciate that, Mickey. That's really nice of you. Actually, I spent today working on the college football sheet, and I'm very, very upset. I thought I had all the data from college football last year, and I was mistaken. I have spread data from 2019, so I just started collecting all the data this year for 2021, which sucks, but the nice thing about college football is because there's so many games, we can get data more quickly than we do in the for the NFL. All right, and Fat Guy's in the building. What is going on, Fat Guy?
Oh, hello.
All right, audio levels look good. I'm sure they can hear you.
I don't know. My name tag came out a little different today.
Jackson, for Fantasy League intrigue, I know Fat Guy and I have a close matchup with, I think I have Godert, but I need like 8 or 9 points, so not looking good
a touchdown.
For me. Yeah, so it's unlikely. I guess we could technically see what the odds are on Godert touchdown. Godert touchdown is plus 204, and to not get a touchdown minus 318. So we can kind of say maybe it's like 240 is probably the true odds, whatever that is. So I'd say it's about a 25% chance that I pull ahead with Godert points.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm a favorite, but whatever. You know, I'm making the playoffs anyways. We're looking good in that area.
Booger took the Eagles. Oh well. Mickey, I'm just looking at the stuff that you posted in the Discord. So Mitch Trubisky took Matt Nagy's offense to the playoffs twice. He may be the greatest quarterback of all time. Bears fans are apologizing to him for blaming him for Nagy's incompetence. How good is that?
It's pretty good. The oh yeah, very strong start. Yeah. I actually, this is gonna sound grandiose, but I actually think I have the best team in that league. You know, but then what does that mean? You know, I think I'm 6% better than the worst team.
Well, the other thing crazy too about fantasy is like it just takes 1 week where you get 1 or 2 injuries, and all of a sudden
that's it.
You know, the team isn't that great. So You really like being good at the start of the year kind of sucks, but then what was it? One of the guys in one of our leagues last year, didn't they go perfect? Didn't they run the table? And they won every week. Like I've never seen that happen in any league I've ever been in.
Yeah. They
So
did. Yeah, they did.
unlikely.
They lost in the playoffs. So what does that tell you?
That tells me if Brady can't do it, then no one else can.
Are you going to be on CTV feed, or which one are you going with?
I'm on TSN 1 right now. They've got Dak and Elliott in the tunnel.
Yeah, is it going to be the Manning feed though?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm pretty much muted anyway, so I don't even mind if it's on, unless it's like taking
It'll take
up
up
a ton of
screen.
room. Zaps is on Cowboys today, -3, -113. Good luck to you as well. The it's I've got the Eagles 3.5. It's too bad that they couldn't finish at 3.25. You know, give us both the win.
I got yeah. I got action on both sides on my end, but I have more action on the Eagles. So my heaviest side is I have Cowboys -3.5 plus 115 though. So I got really good juice on this sucker.
That's pretty nice.
And Eagles winning would be a bad result for me. So which is unfortunate because had I not taken this action, I would have just bet the Eagles to win, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like I like them. I think they're a better team than the Cowboys.
Yeah, I remember you and I talking about just curious.
I
About
thought
why
this
line
before
was
the
so high.
season too. Well, that's why we're on Carolina so early.
Dallas has been such an enigma. Like they've underperformed pretty much going into every season based off their roster for what 3-4 years now.
Yeah, the one thing I can say though is like, even when you have a team like Dallas, who I don't think is managed well and the coaching is poor, they have a talent at quarterback, so that automatically puts you in contention in any game. You know what I mean? Like you don't need something weird to happen. You know what I mean? Like a defensive score, turnover, what have you, right? Like you have to rely on like difficult, what seemingly unlikely circumstances.
Mickey giving us some knowledge here. Short road dogs at +6 or less are 14-2 to start this year.
Now, I guess there should be a regression there, shouldn't there?
Little good news, fat guy. There's someone that I know that has a horse, and it ran a few days ago, and it ended up winning its last race of the season. So kudos to
What's
that
the horse's name?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, right.
But I'm happy. I'm happy for the horse and all its constituents.
Yes, absolutely. So am I. Oh man, they have a documentary about the '86 Mets. I'm not a baseball guy, but I'd be interested in watching that.
Yeah, like I felt the exact everything you just said encapsulated what I was thinking as well, because for me, although I joke and stuff about baseball, the actual just being a baseball player and being with those guys every single day and having to play and all the I'm sure there's a lot of eclectic personalities, people from a lot of different cultures get together. I'm sure it's quite interesting.
I mean, I'm coming around on baseball. I really am. It's I took a bunch of I've taken so many baseball bets over this year that like it's just such a grind that I kind of respect it. Like there's a lot of like pussy stuff that happens in baseball that I don't like, but like you know what I mean? Or like I kind of get it. Like why are you going to sell out like your body every play? It's like 161 games, you know? It almost feels like a little bit casual at points, and I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Football, there's no time for that. There's 17 games. You know what I mean? Like each game, each loss, it is a forfeiture of money almost by the losing team. Like if they're fighting for a playoff spot.
So Eagles are going to kick off. I'm still, my mind's still blown about that Justin Tucker kick. 66 yards to win the game.
Unbelievable. Best kicker of all time.
Yeah, just a little bit of baseball. Jackson
yeah, 80.
Said it. Go ahead, fat guy.
80s, baby. Hookers, cocaine, and a little baseball. That's the documentary I want to watch. Got to be real here.
Who Farted's pretty good, too. Hey, what's going on, CK? How you doing tonight? And as Jerry Seinfeld would say, now that the race is over, the horse gets its oat bag.
I love Seinfeld. Seen every episode at least 15 times. Merv Griffin show around 80. I'm going to go.
I feel like I haven't seen enough Seinfeld stand-up.
His stand-up's not my cup of tea, but the show is immortalized. It's the best show ever, in my opinion.
So I don't know what happened early on, but the live line just popped up at 4.5. So I don't know if that's good news for Dallas on maybe the next play or maybe just what happened. Okay, we got the star watch here. Ezekiel Elliott, if you guys don't know, Tony Pollard, the backup running back, is a star to watch. CeeDee Lamb, Javon Hargrave, and Darius Slay.
Tony Pollard is in the star watch. They have Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup's not playing. I don't know a lot of these linemen for Dallas here. Is it sad that you needed them to hit that field goal to win on many tickets? I mean, yeah, that should give you the dangers of parlaying, to be honest.
Or even just taking large favorites, because I think Baltimore closed at like minus 469 or something like that. No way
it was that high. Was it really?
Yeah, it was pretty high.
They're only 7.5 point favorites. It's not supposed to be that high. You're minus 330, 340.
Yeah, I'd have to, I guess I can double check and see where it actually was.
Yeah.
But
Josh Allen was hurt by Josh Allen in week 3, Jackson.
Yeah, sorry, I was mistaken. Baltimore was minus 344 on the closing line.
Look at this.
Spot on. Fat guy, spot on.
I know.
It's like you've done this before.
It's like I've done this before. You're usually better at hip firing, though, those numbers, to be honest.
Well, it's okay. That's why there's 2 of us.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. It's like a weird mistake mesh because we're actually kind of mean now, more than we used to be. Like, no. Yeah. It's a nice drive from Dallas so far. I don't like their defense, Dallas. I don't.
Well, the thing that I like is they've invested so much into it, but is that going to give them...
Is he in?
He's just short. Wow. He has the Calvin Johnson tackled at the 1. But really, really nice catch there from CeeDee Lamb, especially high pointing it that far down the field. You don't usually see guys was really do that. Good.
This is like, okay, I don't advocate ever for taking the first round receivers, but like you better be making plays like that. You know what I mean? Like you have to even though that's a great play, that like just justifies it. What's a flag now? This would be really unfortunate if Dallas did it.
It also looks like this is a weird.
Oh, 2 flags? Yeah.
But let's talk about strategy, fat guy, and scenarios.
Sure.
You're tackled in bound here. If you're Dallas, why aren't you just running to the line of scrimmage and going with the quarterback sneak if it's 1st and goal from the 1? Like, don't let the other team, bring on any personnel.
I could, if they have Elliott on, you could argue you could run up to the line. It's a long way to run for the lineman. You really want the lineman to be tired on a sneak play. You know what I mean? Like, you're right though. You are like, this is, but they don't know the spot is this good though, right? They don't know if it's 1 yard or this close, right? That's gotta be in. Much to the chagrin of Tony Meatballs. Like, I don't mind. I like I fell in love with it. The opening gameplay that Dallas did, where they had Pollard as the running back and Zeke as the fullback. I think you run one of those and you just have an option. It's one of the 2 guys running it, right? And potentially the quarterback too. So I don't. That's one way of doing it, but there's nothing wrong with not being fancy and just running it 4 times in the half-yard line. The worst thing you can do is throw it. I don't understand why teams do it. It's I don't even know what the math on that is, but it's got to be severely negative. No way, Jamie. No way. I still think they're the best team in the league, the Chiefs. They played a really good Chargers team. It just didn't work out. Like, it's one of those things. They got a little bit unlucky against the Ravens, and they lost to a tough Chargers team. So, I think about it this way. If the Chiefs were are the Chiefs big road underdogs to anybody? Over 2.5 points? No way.
No.
What would be the closest? The Bucks? What do you think that line is? Bucks -2?
In Tampa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like anywhere from a pick'em to -2, I guess.
And the other one would be Rams -1.5?
Yeah, like
that's it. And the Chiefs at home
are those
is
the 2 best teams in the
has
league?
To be.
Outside of the Chiefs? Like
Chiefs, Bucks, Rams. I don't think it's. I mean, obviously, I could be forgetting someone, but I don't think so.
The only thing going against Jackson is that Tony Pollard was announced a star before the start of this game, so that's the only thing I'd worry about with that 36. And CK, that kind of sucks. He had CD to score first. I'm sure that would have been nice odds to hit at. Zaps needs 5 points from Cooper to win fantasy this week, but you got a nice start there with the Cowboys touchdown. I think the live line, or I see it right now, it's -7, so nice value there right now on the Cowboys. And CK said I got Baltimore at 140 money line. That's -250, I think.
Well, 1.4. You mean on decimal odds? I don't think that's. Isn't that -160? I never do the conversion very well.
Well, I think 2 would be considered even.
2's even money, yeah. So
I'm not
1.4
sure.
is -160. You Googled it?
Yeah, it's -250 for American money line, so he's spot on there.
1.4 is?
Yeah, so it's
it's
fractional
half.
odds. It's 0.4 divided by 1.
Okay. I'm not. I still don't understand how to read decimal. It's just not intuitive because it should be though. Decimal odds make more sense than American odds. You know what I mean? Like American odds speak like teaching someone that's like speaking Greek, but it's just more natural for me. I mean, you know, especially us, we've been doing it for how many years? It's weird to look at the decimal ones. What do you think about Josh Gordon? I think it's a nothing burger, Jamie. I got to be honest. I hope for your sake it's a big thing, but I don't think it'll be materialized to really anything.
it's kind
I
of
think
been
he'll
the
have a tough
same.
time making this team, to be honest.
Well, it's been the same story. What, 7 years in a row? Like he just doesn't have enough proof that he can stay healthy, stay clean, stay on the team,
Stay committed.
yeah. Like there's so many things going against him. The guy was an unbelievable talent, and that's pretty much why everyone still has hope for him. But and you're talking to two guys who absolutely love the Cleveland Browns and Josh
Yeah.
Gordon
Yeah, we
when he
did.
played there.
Yeah, yeah, that pro line you can switch it to American. I'm pretty sure there's a feature at the bottom of the table, but there's big points for Goddard.
It's one of those things like it doesn't matter what you use as long as you understand whatever the odds system it is. And the fact that I just don't have a lot of experience with decimal odds, and decimal odds is, I've got a feeling learning decimal odds is going to be a lot simpler than learning American odds.
Yeah,
American odds are the worst. They're the worst ones.
Even though we primarily use American odds.
Well, like
especially when you enter them into spreadsheets, like
yeah, it's a pain.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, because think about it, you have to an if statement for a negative and a positive, and then a lot of absolute formulas.
Yeah,
real fun. Who came up with that?
Then you have to create a separate one for payout, and I'm pretty sure if you use decimal, it just has the payout pretty much ready to go. You actually just brought up a good point. I have no clue why we're even entering in American odds when we could probably switch them.
UK based books tend to use fractional. The rest of Europe does decimal. That's intercepted. So the UK tends to use fraction odds because the UK is rooted in horse racing. So that's where fractional odds. My dad doesn't understand American odds or decimal odds, but he can convert it if I explain what it is into a fraction like very fast, right? Like it's so strange, right? Like minus 115 is 23 over 20. It just doesn't seem natural, but it works for horse racing. That's a big play. Are they going to be at the 1 though?
I got a feeling they're going to give him the touchback, but it wasn't very clear by what happened on the play.
I always get confused on like how you can get a safety, but I guess you have to go back and forward. I wouldn't be worried. There's always a chance of you losing, but I'd love to be in your spot there.
Yeah, like Zeke's already got a touchdown, but like
Goddard's got 4 right now, I think.
Yeah, like you're still pretty safe.
Dallas kicker's got 1. You're fine. I will be honest, that they aren't unfortunately, Dallas is incentivized to run, and Philly's incentivized to throw. I mean,
yeah, that's good. PPR, I'm sure the scores can.
It'll climb big time. Yeah,
but pretty much Zeke, Goddard, and the kicker would have to go off to beat that 48, which is just, it's very unlikely that all 3 things happen. So interesting enough, after that turnover, the live line is still at 7. Didn't actually change. I guess it's more a field position type of thing.
Yeah. The punt, it was an arm punt, essentially.
Yeah.
It's hard for Dallas to get out of this one, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, they're either going to be at the 20 or pretty much at the 1.
I think they're going to be at the 1 here with that live line.
Yeah, that makes me think the same, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's only thing you could Zaps is a touchback. Dallas touchback would have been the thing. Yeah, exactly. We both agree on that. Touchback, I think the line should be 10.5, like almost. It's just tough to get out of this spot. I don't know. I have the exact metrics, so. Oh, I know what I should have done today. Shoot. I'm setting up my computer to record live betting odds for tennis. Why wouldn't they work for football? The same setup. So
Oh yeah, I would
remind
definitely.
me that every stream to do that. So I got an extra hard drive just for football recordings. So, or sorry, for tennis recordings. So, I'm
How
sure the
about?
terabyte. So
Yeah, that'll be good. How about that 4 yard gain on the quarterback
I
sneak from Dak
he
Prescott?
fell because he didn't even think he'd get that far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wasn't prepared to get that far. But it's so weird though. If you manage to get out of the first 10 yards, like that's like a big win, right? Because it takes
Yeah.
time off too.
I always find it strange that teams play more aggressively.
That is unbelievably bad. I can't believe that just happened. Touchdown Eagles.
And the live line's back to 3.5.
I can't believe that just happened. Because I was like, they're not going to be like I just thought there wouldn't be any sort of idiocy. You know what I mean? I don't know why he's so casual in the end zone, to be honest.
Well, we're gonna get a highlight here that Star Watch showed Javon Hargrave, and I thought that was kind of comedic.
That's a touchdown.
But I've got egg on my face because Javon Hargrave absolutely pushed back. I don't know if that was guard or center.
That's a complete touchdown. Right. There's no way that's anything but. They could say it's not a fumble, but then it's an interception. Wow, what a complete disaster that was. That is some really bad idiocy. I thought they should have ran it. I was going to say, but then they snapped it. I'm like, okay, because I thought it's a little strange they're going 4 wide. I don't like, why do people not run the ball more? I don't get it. Your team is my goodness.
I know you've got the cowboy glasses on, but that was an unreal play from Javon Hargrave.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing against Philadelphia. That was clean. That was completely clean.
And also, I was going to say, if that was Terrell Pryor, he would have had a touchdown on that quarterback sneak.
He probably would have. It's not even a joke. That happened almost in that run.
Yeah, I remember.
First play of the game. Raiders, longest quarterback run ever.
Yeah.
Raiders, Steelers. Raiders, Steelers. Look it up. He ran it from, I think, the 7. First play of the game.
Yeah, that was so exciting.
And that was when you knew, like, Polamalu was slow. Because, like, he had to cover, like, he had, like, a 3 or, like, a 10-yard head start to cover, like, a 3-yard window. And Pryor blew by him. Yeah, that was great play. I'm not taking anything away from Philadelphia. That was clean and good as it gets. I don't get it. Like, that just shouldn't happen. Like, you shouldn't be that complacent in the end zone, right? Yeah, I just didn't get why they didn't run it, Zaps. Like, 2nd and 6. Oh, man. He really pushed that guy back.
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah. That was so, like, you know what I like about that, even though I'm on the other side of it, is how clean it was. Like, it's undeniable. Because usually the defense gets screwed over in some fashion with that type of thing. Yeah, like, what's wrong with that run? I don't get it. That's great. It's kind of like how what offense I kind of like? It was last week when Green Bay was playing Detroit, and they just kind of slowly built up to it. You know what I mean? Like, they beat them up with the run in the first 2 drives really bad. I don't see why you wouldn't want to do that on the second, especially up 7. Yeah, that was I didn't like that play selection, Zaps, but again, not taking anything away from the Eagles. He seems spread out, this Eagles D. Like, yeah, that's exactly what.
It looks like the Eagles defender got hurt there, laying the
What's
hit
the
on
live
Elliott.
OU on this game?
61.5.
Yeah, that okay. Okay. I was gonna say it better be over 60.
Yeah, Tony Meatball's looking good. I think he has over 50.
Oh, for sure.
I didn't see it's Wallace. Looks like elbow or shoulder.
Well, at least he's give him credit. He's a cornerback trying to make a tackle. You know what I mean? It's not like the mime routine I always talk about. Where they stand and do the hands up thing and wait for the guy to plow into him.
With so many ways to shop PetSmart.ca, your pets can spend less time waiting around for you and more time hanging around with you. Get all your pet essentials when you need them with AutoShip. Curbside pickup, ship to home, and DoorDash delivery. PetSmart.
Ford. Connie! I've mastered human replication. Our reno can now get done in 1/5 of the time.
Nice breakthrough, Gords, but check out this one. We just saved a bundle buying home and auto insurance with Sonnet.
Take a moment, save a bundle. Visit sonnet.ca.
I've done my research. The online reviews are great. Friends were raving. And after a few months, I can see why.
This is kind of a big game, actually, considering the troubles of Washington, and the Giants are almost out of it, right? Like, Giants are 0-3. I think the Giants are somehow the worst coached team out of the three, to be honest.
Yeah, the Giants are... I feel like the Giants are in trouble.
Are they one of the worst teams in the league? Like, are they a bottom 3 team?
I don't think they're bottom 3, but maybe bottom 3 coaching.
I think that goes without saying. But I mean, like, are they 4th then? Like, how do they stack up against the Lions? How do they stack up against the Texans? How do they stack up against the Jags?
Detroit's been like surprisingly competitive.
Okay.
Like they're competitive. I don't think they're good, but they're competitive. I think Houston's competitive. I think the Jets and Jacksonville are the two teams that are just like they just.
Oh,
don't,
the Jets! I forgot about them. Yeah,
they just have a. They're
They're
just gonna have a
gutless,
tough
kind of.
time.
Yeah.
Well, they're playing rookie quarterbacks. Like those guys are gonna struggle this year, and I think the Jacksonville coaching is questionable. I don't think the Jets have good enough coaching to get over their deficiencies, like their player deficiencies. So it just feels like two teams that it's going to take longer to turn around. Whereas like Houston has veteran guys, Detroit it's least like I don't like Dan Campbell as a head coach, but at least like I feel like Detroit's been very north-south. Like they're running the ball well with Jamal Williams.
They're trying. They're
great.
showing up to the games.
They're getting the ball into play like Swift's hands, like on those dump offs. But like, it's enough, right? Like it's their offense is like on schedule. Let's put it that way. Their defense is bad, but the offense has been on schedule.
I actually like the Lions over. I like the Lions over the Giants.
Yeah, I think so too. Like the Bears, you could probably need to throw in there with Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Defensively though, like the Bears aren't that bad. So it's
the Bears' defensive unit is better than any unit of any of the teams we've just named.
Yeah. Well, Bears Detroit is like an interesting matchup, right? Like who wins that battle between the Bears offense and the Lions defense?
Well, okay, here's a good example. Look at the books that put out early lines. Hung out Bears -6, and nobody bit on the Bears. Everybody slammed Detroit. It was just a mispriced. Nice run, Tony Pollard.
And that's also after the Bears looked abysmal and Detroit looked like they got fleeced by Justin Tucker. Like that's how a lot of people view it too. Neither of those teams is very good. 6
Zaps,
for those teams is too much, like either way.
Yeah. Zaps, we like both those games too, and it is what it is. Like the book doesn't just hang a number that high, like to lose. But I was surprised. Like the Jets are what 7.5 point dogs this week. Like I don't understand. Like why not just hang 10, right? Like, which makes me want to bet the Jets, right? But it's tough putting good money after bad. You know what I mean? Every week, like there was that year the Bengals only covered like 5 games or whatever, and we were on the wrong side of it every time. And the right side. We bet the Bengals every week, right? Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right, Zaps. Even though like the Jets, I think are almost a money line play though, to be real. Because think about this with Zach Wilson. Like you're going to lose most, but you only need to win one to break even over. Oh, nice play
Nice
by the
hit by
rookie
Epps.
or the 2019 6th-round pick from the Vikings they highlighted. Hey, Jake, former
going on,
champion Jake Jacobs. Yeah, so Zap's going back to that. So the highest OU for interceptions was Zach Wilson, and he's definitely fulfilling that prophecy. But doesn't that give you the idea that there is going to be a game where he connects? You know what I mean? It's just math, right? You get enough. There's going to be a game where he's going to chuck those balls up and he's going to connect. So like, I'd rather almost the Jets to win, whereas like the Jags, I don't feel that they're that way. I feel like they're closer to covering, especially like. The coaching is so like rigid college, like old school college thinking, not new school. So like I think they're more likely to cover the Jags. Whereas like, yeah, you're still going to lose most bets, but you only need one really from the Jets, like one upset, which I think is possible or more likely than the Jags, oddly enough.
Where I'm struggling with those teams is that a lot of times when you take the points, you're looking for that backdoor cover. And like, I know it's just recency bias. I just feel like neither of those teams, like I don't feel very confident in their backdoor cover ability. I don't know. It's weird to.
I know what you're saying. But
it's totally recency bias. Like there's nothing behind that. There's
but it's a theory, right? Like you're throwing it out there, like that's a possibility, it's something that you think. So I don't think I think it's fine, right? I just think the Jets are, especially, this is another thing too. If they're 10.5-point dogs in a 42.5-point game, that means points are at a premium. I especially like them on the money line. Do you know what I mean? Right? Because then like points are precious. So it should be like the combinations of scores are less. Can we get back to Dallas running the ball with almost impunity? I don't recall Zeke running like this last year.
He gets I feel like he has very high, like, I don't know if emotional is the right word, but like there's games where he's up and games where he's down, and he definitely looks up for today's game.
And this is tough because this is what the Eagles D has been on the field already 8 minutes in this quarter.
This will be interesting to see what they decide to do on 3rd and goal. They're at let's see where he ends up, because they were at the 4. So it looks like they're between the 5 and 6 yard line.
Why don't they just go north-south? I'm never a big fan of those plays, even though I like the Tommy Tremble one, but I mean, that's obviously survivorship bias that worked out. That's a touchdown.
Awesome job by Zeke. Really, I feel like Slay just played that very poorly. You couldn't see what was behind him, but he was just so late to react to that play. Nice job by Zeke once he made the catch.
That's hard to overturn, though, Mickey. That's so close. Oh, that is short. If they don't go for this, it's one of the most gutless calls of the weekend, which is hard to do.
Especially with how they've been running the ball.
Yeah, it should be insane. There was a bunch of really bad ones.
And they just showed the other way what happens when you have to start on your own one and what can happen.
Yeah, like the downside is minimal almost, right? Oh my God, that's like an inch. Dallas, you better get out there.
That call was quick. That felt like
That
a
was
very
good.
short
Yeah,
review.
yeah. Good efficiency from the refs. Why would you want to wear a nose ring? You know, when you're playing.
I don't know. This is off topic, but I was watching UFC this weekend, and it's funny when guys get really hurt, they have to bring in like a doctor, and like the doctor has to talk to them and stuff to make sure they're okay, and it just gives them longer to recover.
Yes.
Which I found very funny because they did
Brian
it multiple
Ortega?
times. Yeah, they did
Yeah.
it to Ortega like a few times. Prescott looks in to
That's
me.
in. That is 100% in.
Oh, they're gonna get together and they're gonna say touchdown. Oh my goodness.
Are you serious? Oh, come on.
What I don't get with this is why don't they just call it touchdown and then review it? But I guess they're gonna
Just
do
challenge it. They're
going
gonna challenge it.
He looked in like
Are they serious? That's such a touchdown.
you know what's interesting about this too is they probably they blew it dead, as they like to say. Because like how are you supposed to challenge?
And then wouldn't that be illegal hands to the face then? If that where's the line there?
When he reached over, he was definitely over the line. But the you know what's interesting here from the corners is they're just standing on the
Yeah.
he's not like this one's close. Like there's nothing that I saw that's like, oh, he's definitely in. But
With the ball.
it's just hard to believe that he didn't get in.
Yeah, but it's like the other way. You have to prove guilt, right? Like they called it no touchdowns. So you have to prove it's touchdown.
Because right now the ball's low, like you can see his arms. But then
But his ass is over the line here. Like the ball
then
has to be.
now
You can't
he
go on
reaches the ball
theoretical. Yeah.
and he's clearly over there, but it's like, is that play still live? Like, did they blow it dead? It's hard to know.
If they blew this dead that early, though, it's kind of sucky. Like he wasn't down. There's no way to see that. That's in though. I think that's in, but it is what it is either way, right? I hate when they call plays dead. But then again, how long are they supposed to keep it going for? But the guy's not down though. You know? Let's see how quick these guys are.
This one's tough. Like it's just they're gonna call this either way. I'm not gonna be surprised either way. Mad Capper hates quarterback sneaks. I like them. I think it's a good play. I know Fat Guy prefers the fullback.
Yeah, I like the fullback
dive.
dive. Yeah.
I like what Sam Fran did yesterday when they
Yes.
brought Juszczyk in motion and then did
Well,
the
that got
sneak.
both. That did both of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a sneak. I got a fullback dive.
They're having to patchwork the review. Yeah, probably. Because there's the only angle where you can see the ball is the one that's above. And then that angle's misleading. But like it looked like he had the ball over the line, but it's like, was the play called dead by that point? I have no clue. Matt Capper said he's giving it to the running back every time.
I'm okay. I like obfuscating it between the three. I don't know, CK. That's the thing. I think it's a touchdown, but like, I get it if they don't. I'm just surprised that they wouldn't call it a touchdown and do it the other way. Wow.
Oh, Dak is surprised. McCarthy unhappy. That's like it was a big stop for the points, but like Philly has the ball on the big Rye line here in their own end zone. And I think you're right, fat guy. Like, if they called that a touchdown,
They would have
like
stayed.
it would have stayed. Like, how
Yeah.
could you call that back?
So it's
They're
just one of
going
those.
five wide
It's such
here.
an impact on that game.
Oh my.
Oh!
goodness.
Oh, they almost got their touchdown anyways.
That's the other thing, CK, about even hearing them blow it dead. There's this. I know, at least in the past, there's this weird rule that like they can. It's like it's in the ref's head. It's like they can blow the whistle in their head before they actually blow the whistle. It's such a.
Yeah.
It's like it gives way too much leeway to the referees to just be like, yeah, I was gonna blow it, so it's dead. And if you're a defensive player there, aren't you trying to do anything you can just to get held?
Yeah. So you should be having your arms up in the air and like doing spin moves. You know what I mean?
And like running at weird angles, like
yeah.
Like there was a bad snap to one side.
You actually should run crossers like a stunt too. And you know what? All the it should be shallow zone too. I actually think you're right. This is an underlooked strategy. I like this idea.
Oh, Dallas blew their coverage there. We'll see if Hurts can take advantage.
He's got all the.
That's a. You're fighting with fire by doing what he just did on that play. Yeah, Jackson. Just Big Rye is just such a solid unit of measurement. Like everybody knows what a Big Rye is. It's,
it's like an inch is a king's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that Prescott sneak is definitely frustrating if you're backing Dallas.
Yeah. I didn't like the reffing last night. I thought the Packers, that was horrible. Like, absolutely horrible. They got ripped off, even though they won. But I can't, like, even though I don't agree with that, it's not, like, egregious. Like, from their angle, because they didn't see it cross the plane, right? So you could make an argument, too, that maybe that's a detriment to sneaks in terms of, like, crossing the goal line if they can't see it, right? So... like, I can't hate on the ref. He didn't see the ball cross the line. I hate when they whistle it dead, though. That's a huge no-no. Because how many running backs, like they're not down, they're still fighting, and then they roll out of it. And now whistle dead.
I can't remember what game it was, but I remember seeing a play where it's like they let it go, like, unnecessarily long, and the guy managed to get it. And that's what I felt like.
Yeah.
That play, it didn't feel like it was unnecessarily long. And if that's what they didn't actually say they blew it dead, but like he definitely looked across by the time he was able to extend the ball.
Yeah, the hit to the head in conjunction with like a variety of like phantom PIs and stuff.
Yeah, how about like Devontae Adams?
He just got crushed in the head.
Absolutely crushed, and then I forget the PI call the other way. The Packer that called on San Fran, and he just had his hand on the guy's shoulder. Yeah, who cares about imperial and metric when you could just measure by Big Rise?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the only thing you can displace in water, and the water will go down.
Yeah. Like, imagine pinching your fingers as tight as they can go, and then whatever is in between, the air that's in between. Like popping a pimple on your finger.
We one of the guys that watches footballs sounds so like such a new.
He probably watches more than one game, so I'll accept.
Okay, he likes Formula One, and everyone calls it Formula 1, and it says that they none of the drivers are athletes, and he loses his mind. It's my favorite like trope right now.
That's like I guess like you could say the same about like hockey goalies, and then you see some of the training stuff they do, and it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the F1 is similar.
Well, they have to maintain a certain amount of body weight, and like it's not. Yeah, they can't get wider or anything. They're running with impunity right now. This is a nice crew. I like that Pollard is getting. What's the split now? It used to be 90-10. It feels like it's 70-30 now.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were saying that Zeke he's getting paid to not, you know.
He's still RB1. It's a better strategy. Like you have two guys, you can run like really efficiently with both if you time it right. Look at these. Like these are nice runs, which also gives me that perplexing thing. Why'd they throw it? Why'd they throw it in the end zone? Like, you know what I mean? At 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 4 or whatever. Cowboys could be really crushing this game. Yeah, the Ravens game was tough. That was the most exciting ending to a football game I can remember.
I got a feeling Jay might be
running.
I got a feeling Jay might be working this game.
Yeah,
it's probably like people at his place. If I had to guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it was. It was thrilling till the end. You just got just didn't go your way. It's thrilling. It was thrilling. You had pure excitement or pure sorrow. That's nice play. Oh my goodness. This Epps guy hits hard, eh?
Yeah, it's two nice plays he's made on the tight ends.
And like he's flying into a heavier guy. Yeah, he is, Mickey.
Especially for like he's essentially playing free safety on this play to make that hit. That's a very un-Kendrick Lewis like.
The fact that that your heart got broken, it was that thrilling. That's sports. It's emotion, right? It's all or nothing usually. I think 86's body language says it was on him. That was false start rather than. Yeah, 86 is. Oh, 19.
Oh, they called it on Cooper.
Hey, Detroit could win this week, rather. How many? They're losing a couple guys on defense. Hargrave here. Another run. Man, these are great.
If you're picking up 6 yards a run, you're going to win a game.
And they're like violent runs. I love it.
The Eagles might have to switch up what they're doing on defense.
Touchdown. That might have been set up a bit there. I mean, because they had to commit some personnel the closer, right? And I guess that, or maybe a miscommunication that back zone was open.
Just looked like indecision between corner, linebacker, safety. We'll see. Epps and Slay. Yeah, Epps is.
Oh man,
he's got to stay on Cooper. Singleton has to come down, and Slay has to go back up. But that's the right play at that time. That was really, really well done.
I'm impressed with Dallas's run game so far. And how long has Dallas's D been on the field for? I feel like less than a minute of playtime. What? Because it's 5 plays. 5 plays they've been on. That's it. The second play of the first drive was an interception, and then 3 and out at the half-yard line
Yeah,
with
I was
one
like,
completion.
I don't even remember their 3 and out. That's how far back I am. But I remember it now because they were in their own end zone.
Yeah. And you made a very good, interesting idea about using exotic pass rushing strategies to garner a safety or a hold in the end zone that would result in a safety.
Live lines back up to 7.
Did you ask your doctor about Ozempic? Ozempic? This Ozempic?
Ozempic? My friend takes it. Reminder, call Dr. Chow.
Ask your doctor or visit ozempic.ca.
What's Ozempic?
Yeah, so far Zaps. Yeah, it's been all Cowboys. I wanted to see how this translates though, this time of possession, because someone's got it at most. Sorry, at least the Cowboys have like 12 and a half minutes at a minimum, 13 minutes of possession on offense. So it's 5 plays. Like, how long could those 5 plays have taken? Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, Zaps. Like, I want to see, like, and they've lost, 2 guys now? Hargrave's hurt and that corner got hurt. So, I mean, you have a tired backup defense. How good can that be? I mean, the only thing that would be difficult, easy, is if the other team couldn't run the ball. But they're getting 6 yards of carry right now. The Cowboys. I don't know. This could run away in the second half. So I almost like the Cowboys in the live line. A lot of this depends though on this next possession here.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, like, are the Eagles able to make changes on defense to prevent this?
Yeah,
It's,
exactly.
you're betting against the same thing happening over and over, which could. I don't know enough about, what is it, Sirianni, the Eagles head coach, and their staff to
But you might not have the personnel to, like, it's one of those, that's my favorite strategy in football is direct running, because if you're much better at it than the other team, is they can know where it's coming and they can't do anything about it. Like, there's no better advantage. You know what I mean? You don't have to obfuscate it. You don't have to hide it. You just have to run, You're doing a nice Ben Franklin graphic here. Both teams over 7 yards per play. Yeah, but how many? Wait, no, that can't be.
Well, the Goddard play was big, and they've only had 5
Oh,
plays,
yes,
so it's
right. The Goddard play.
really what it comes down to.
Yeah, it was the Goddard play. That was the only one. And then there was like a 4-yard pass. Oh, I forgot about that one. So maybe it was more. Maybe it was 7 plays. A nice screen here. He took too long. Could have been better.
That's a lot of draft capital in skill position players. Also, like, some of these, like, close-up shots made me think that, like, if I saw Dallas Goddard walking down the street, I'd have no clue.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
that probably goes with a lot more players than
Oh, they
Nice
had
job
both
by Gregory.
covered. They had both covered.
So I don't know if that's a read option play, because he wasn't looking at the direction that he was going to run, which just makes me confused on what was going on that play.
They had both guys covered, the running back and the quarterback. That was impressive. Felt like a bigger loss than 2, but wow.
Dallas
Wow.
defense gets it done again.
This house is rocking, eh? It's hard for me to watch Ertz not be the as utility of a tight end as he once was, because he was really strong. He's a top 3 tight end for 4 years, you know, and he was a better 2A tight end than Kelsey for quite some time. You think it was PI Jackson? I think it's possible. It's hard. Like, I don't really know what PI is anymore, though. Like, the inconsistency is unreal, right? You have a point, though. Like, if last night the PI on against Green Bay, like, if you're using that metric, then yeah, that is PI too. But I don't think either should be. But it's not what I think. It's about what should be. It's about consistency, and there isn't that.
Yeah. I think PI should be blatantly obvious to be called. That's what I think. But
yeah,
obviously that's not what the rule.
It
rule
goes against
is.
the league's edict, like the league's direction. They want more points, right? But do you really want penalty points?
Oh, CK getting ready for the roast of Jerry Jones. Live lines up to 8 after that drive. Getting some CFL commercials. People still making CFL plays, fat guy?
Yeah, I got lucky on the Saskatchewan game last weekend. So that was a big it was really funny. So one guy had it was the Rough Riders were down 1 point, and they had to go for it on 3rd and goal, which is 4th and goal from the 2, and they got it. So they go up 1 point. Now the over, there's 2 seconds left in the game after the touchdown and the extra point. So on the kickoff, the over is only 1 point from hitting, so the under is technically in. And the Lions were doing like some tomfoolery to try and some rugby style plays to try and get up the field, considering there's only 2 seconds left. So there's only the kickoff, and then Saskatchewan returned it for a touchdown and pushed the over. So one of my customers won on the over, one lost on the Lions. So it ended up working out for me though monetarily, but the over was hilarious for that to happen.
I was thinking too, like the Jacksonville game yesterday, with like they didn't manage to cover the spread, even though they had a field goal return for a touchdown.
Yeah. Where's that from? Holy Mackinac, Tigers eat them raw. Is that LSU? I don't know. This has got to be against Dallas. Yeah, the holding offense. Yeah. I would decline that to be real. Oh, that is a Ticats? Mackinac? Okay, yeah.
So here we see a much more condensed box here from the Eagles. But just a very strange play call on first down.
I've never watched a CFL game, CK. Like, really. I saw the end of that one. So I know I'm a bad Canadian. I don't watch CFL and I don't watch hockey. Oh, really? That makes me feel bad. Tiger Cats is such a weird name. Tie Cats. When I have enough time, I think I'm going to settle into CFL. I'm not even joking. If the league lasts that long. More of a curling man. I did it once, and I got kicked out in high school for dropping the stone and cracking the ice.
Curling is incredibly difficult to play. I'll say that. And it's actually pretty fun to watch, too.
I know a guy who's curling broom is a flask, and you can twist it off at the middle. It's a big drinking sport. I know that much. Sport is a bit of a stretch there. We'll call it game.
Yeah, competition.
No, just one, Mickey. There's just one. But there are the Red Blacks, which is kind of an ode to the second Rough Riders. I don't know how that happened.
It is pretty comical, though, to have
nine
nine
league.
teams and 2 of them have the same name. It's tough. Really saving money on copyrights.
I always wonder, Zaps, like maybe because when they get dangerously close to the quarterback.
Yeah. I forget what the term
because that
is.
one was like egregiously offside.
Because he's a popular. They're just getting whatever celebrity that has some clout onto that show.
That seemed like a false start on Dallas.
Dallas looks awesome, though, here. They've managed to
on offense
convert a 1st and 20 into a first down.
Yes, I like this. I was hoping this would be a run. Man, are these runs busting up the Eagles? I'm curious, though. I'm curious. How is Dallas having this much success? And San Francisco had a really tough time moving the ball against this Eagles defense. I didn't watch that game, so I know I think Mickey did, and I imagine that some of the other guys did. He works at a gym, Jackson, I think.
Rough Riders have the most passionate fan base. They're kind of like they're like the Steelers, I guess you could say, of the Canadian Football League. Like they travel really well.
Yeah.
Always fans in everyone else's stadiums.
I think that's I guess Hamilton's technically like it has more of a Pittsburgh makeup, but as far as in terms of popularity, yeah, I think you're right. But I guess Saskatchewan's kind of travel throughout Canada. It's not like an ideal place to live, although I did look at places there to live. My apartment would buy 2 houses there, which is like unbelievable to think of. Like, how is that even physically or monetarily possible? Yeah, I don't know. How can we really blame Garoppolo's apps? Like, it's not like Dak is like crazy scary runner right now, and like because the San Francisco's run package is so exotic. Maybe that's the problem. You just have to go north-south against these guys. That's a nice run from Pollard to get a 1.5 yards. I respect for Rough Riders fans because they really bleed CFL, and it's a tough league to watch. I'd imagine. Wow, they just gave him what kind of spot is that? I think it's safe to expect no more sneaks if you're the Eagles. He drew that defender, that second one. That was great. Yeah, Zaps, like some of those run plays are incredible by the 49ers. And I don't it's hard to believe that this defense would be able to handle that. Like you wouldn't get run all over, or maybe we're underrating Kellen Moore as a play caller, right? Like, because a lot of this has been simple, but then it's sprinkled in some sort of exotic nature to it, like that touchdown pass to Schultz. This drive is starting to eat up some time here, Big Rye.
Oh yeah, Dallas is
They're
they're
crushing
doing
on
everything that you and I would be doing
Yeah.
if we were calling a game.
Yeah, Mickey. I had the same thing. Not that I'm trying to hate on the Manning brothers. I like them, but it just takes me out of the game. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know where it was going, but I loved it. That was, oh, yes. You want to hear hyperbole, Zaps? So I heard a guy at the poker game I was at on Friday say that Kellen Moore was the new Bill Walsh, and I almost fell off my chair laughing. Like, yeah, right. This is pretty good, though. Oh, this has got to go in. What's the flag on? This is the only way to stunt these guys right now. Holding? Huh. That's 2 now on Connor Williams on this drive. Oh, announcer a little behind me. They're I mean, that was pretty unnecessary. Wow, that was interesting too. It's just Dallas is kind of impressing me a little bit with these calls. I don't like ever doing that wide receiver thing, but that was one of the better versions of it, I feel like.
Here you go with the ball control stats. 36-9 plays. Cowboys to Eagles. 18 minutes to 3.
That's how you win games, though. You can't turn it over here, though. Did you just say Bob Ross? Okay. That was a great call from the announcer. Bob Ross likes to paint. I think this is a draw. Yeah, that was pretty cool, though. I'm impressed, Zaps. Kellen Moore has moved up in my books. He get in? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he pushed over Singletary on that play.
Alex Singleton, you mean?
Or Singleton, yes, thank you.
What is going on? And I don't even know some of these guys on the O-line, which was kind of the lifeblood, right? But this is wow. Dude, the calls are nice. This is clean. I got to be just another thing, though. If the play calls are this good, they should be. McCarthy should have it set where, did he miss? If the play calling is this crisp, they should once they cross halfway, it should pretty much be 4-down territory almost. If you're the Cowboys, right? I think you just have a high conversion rate. You know, this is impressive, really impressive. I thought they did a good job competing against Tampa Bay. They had a weird game against the Chargers. I think the Chargers are really good though. That's the only team, like I said in the video, where I had the handicap emotional type feelings. I watched them in that Chiefs game. That's a good team. And also the Washington game, a lot of things haven't gone their way, and they've still gotten the results or close to. And I like that they're not afraid to take risks. And on defense, I felt they were pretty decent, actually, the Chargers. So I think it's an underrated team. What a difference coaching makes, eh, Big Rye?
Oh, it makes a ton of difference. This is a coach-based league.
No, is it ever like that? They call it the golden age of quarterbacks. I think there's more like it'll become the golden age of coaching because I think they're going to do away with a lot of the old style things that don't really line up, right? Like I think Stefanski is kind of in the lead here. McVay took it a certain direction, but he's still old school in like going for it on fourth down and that type of stuff, where like an aggressiveness. Whereas I really like Stefanski, so I think things are trending in that direction because you're just going to get better results, right? And the sample is going to be big enough. You get 5-6 coaches playing like aggressive decision making. You're going to see that you're more often than not, it's a better result, right? There's going to be really bad ones too, but
Well, Brandon Staley's been really good too to start
Yeah.
off for the Chargers.
whereas like Urban Meyer, we don't like. Joe Judge might be the worst coach in the league. I think that's an argument that can be made because he's literally taking wins out of their mouths. The Giants, like having your guys prepared isn't enough anymore. You know what I mean? Like the decision making. There's a lot of fun Twitter accounts to follow. Matthew Davidow is one of them, where they talk about like going for it, not going for it, and what the win probability adjusted is. So Cowboys defense, yeah, they better be fresh. They're on the field for 9 plays. That's why I said I think I kind of like the Cowboys at -7 because of the time of possession. Because I don't know if that's calculated into it. I think I'm going to start recording every time we stream. I'm going to record the live odds, and then maybe I'll be able to figure out in 2 years. I'm sure it'll be relevant then. Dude, he snuck right in there. He got thin, then he got big. That's a nice run there. That's a really nice run there. How did he get through this gap? Oh, Jalen Smith. I'm assuming that's who number 9 is. That was not a good play. If you're gonna guess, at least guess hard wrong. You know what I mean? Like crash one gap. Oh, that's a brutal hold against 69. I agree, Mickey. The Chargers, Las Vegas. I really like the Chargers in that game. And the Herbert MVP thing is a big outlier for Big Ryan and I. Like why are the odds that way? Like it's just so interesting. I know it's like maybe an anchoring point for us, and it's probably negative, but it was so perplexing. He moved to second in MVP odds at one point. And what did he settle at, Big Rye? 4th?
Yeah, I think it was like really close to 3rd and 4th for him, and I forget
Unbelievable.
who it was.
From a sophomore quarterback.
So 3rd and 5 here for the Eagles. If the Cowboys can make this stop, it's just going to be so big for them to continue piling on.
Because I mean, it's not unreasonable to think if they get a stop here that they can't run the clock out and get some points.
Cowboys brought pressure,
Nice.
and they had a spy on that play.
I really wanted Green Bay to win that game yesterday, CK. During the game, I got emotionally invested. New Orleans, I was indifferent to it. I mean, it was financially good for me, but like, I kind of like New England. Like, I think that they could be a tough team. I thought they could be last year as well, but they're a little bare in a couple spots. So, yeah, I felt that way too, Zaps. That's what made me so Ooh, what a nice bounce for the Eagles. Yeah, I thought the Packers got jagged. You almost want a long field though if you're having your way with the defense because you can really take the time off, right?
Budweiser 0. 0% alcohol, full Budweiser taste. 50 calories, 0 grams of sugar. All Budweiser, zero compromise. Budweiser 0.
I'm excited for Monday night. That's going to be such a good game with how those two teams have played so far this year.
Yeah, I think the Raiders have had fortunate results.
I know it's still very early in the season, but the Raiders receivers, they have 4 guys on pace for 1,000 or more yards, including Darren Waller.
Nacho here. Orinoco. The only thing I disagree with there, Zaps, you're right on all of those. I thought that was tripping. I actually thought he meant to do that. Now I thought that was fine. Everyone, I agree with you.
Hi.
Glad we're finally doing this.
Me too. I could really use some advice.
Well, let's get to work.
After hours of consecutive video calls, that escape is calling your name.
Well, they had enough chances, CK. Like, you know, there's a flag, everything. Yeah, it like in the emotional heat of the moment, I was pissed, but then I watched. I'm like, he did lift his knee, you know what I mean, and it directly resulted. But every one of those other things, intentional grounding, 100%, ghost PI. I mean, maybe if you're falling to the letter of the rule, possibly roughing the passer. That was the worst one, I think. So, and there was just nothing the other way. Like then the missed Adams call. Like if you're gonna call that roughing the passer, and then like you can't call targeting on against Adams. Like that was egregious. He was knocked out. And then I couldn't believe the same refs are the ones, or the doctors are letting him back in, right? Which is very interesting. So. Oh, Emmett Smith is there. Tony Dorsett. Got some running backs in the house. Jimmy Johnson. I thought him and Jerry would still be sour. Pollard lucky to get the line of scrimmage there. Philly's getting the ball back, though, the start of first half or second half. Yeah, I mean, it's been enough years, hey, Mickey? Who took over after Jimmy Johnson? Barry Switzer, I remember now. They won one with Barry Switzer? This is 30 years ago almost. Don't get complacent in the end zone. What are we doing? I got him a little bit, CK. I don't know. I might have a cold or something, or the end of one. Said it reached the line of scrimmage, but Jackson, I think you have a case here, maybe. Oh, because he's hit while he's thrown, they give you that leeway. Because letter of the law, wouldn't that be possibly a safety? It's the referee said it hit the line of scrimmage, but why are they being so cavalier in the end zone again? That seemed like a false start on the right tackle too. There is no way that's a catch inbounds. There is no way.
What?
Is that catch of the year?
Well, I got to see this replay because
there's no way he got 2 feet in. There's no way. They better run a play. That's not a catch.
I don't know how the guy called him in.
Yeah, that's a,
From Dak Prescott rolling full speed to his left, opposite his throwing shoulder to get his body back.
Dak looks a lot more polished now than week 1. Philly shouldn't have to waste a timeout on this, though, to be real.
Well, they'll get it back once it gets they won't have to use one once it gets reversed. But it sucks they're going to lose a challenge from it.
That's what I mean. I meant challenge, yeah, sorry.
That was
That was
him
unbelievable.
actually catching that ball was crazy. But like it felt like he didn't even get a foot in the white. Like I was mistaken.
Yeah. I thought he
Like-
got tackled like out of bounds. Like,
Yeah.
There's the country we build, and one we explore. One that's been paved, and one that's forever wild.
I don't know how he could even get his body in. Like how it would have been possible. You know what I mean? I guess maybe you get your wrist down. You purposely land like in an awkward sprain your wrist type motion.
Do you remember when the rule was like if it looked like the receiver like that would have been a catch back in the day when it's like, oh, could have he gotten
Yes.
2 feet down? That would
Yes,
have been a catch. But
If there was interference by the cornerback, yeah, I remember
you don't
that
see
one.
enough force outs by defensive players.
Yes.
I feel like that used to be very common. I rarely see it.
Well, that's why
anymore.
they made a rule against it because it worked. I wouldn't go that far, Zaps, but it does feel like it should be more of a blowout than it actually is. So
Well, I feel like I don't know. There's 50 plays and 3 have gone the Eagles' way.
Flip or fold? Stand out with the all-new Samsung Galaxy Z Series 5G. Even better with Bell, Canada's fastest 5G network.
A little traffic won't stop Sarah from her McCafe coffee run, or that rich, smooth, and delicious medium dark roast taste. Plus, the service is pretty great. McCafe coffee, 100% ethically sourced.
La Brea, new series, Tuesday at 9:10 Mountain, only on CTV.
So 4:11 left. The Eagles still have 3 timeouts. Most likely going to be a punt here from Dallas. I see they've got 4th and 10 listed.
Play would be overturned. That's not a catch. In college, it's a great catch, but not in the NFL. And so it's fourth down, and the Cowboys will punt their own.
I always find it like I can see something just lying there on the field. It's always weird when there's like stuff on the field.
Man, first round picking to get a punt returner out of it.
A bad punt return. They're probably going to get a holding call. Like, it's amazing the field position switch this play had.
I'm interested in these officials and their alignments and how, like, on that catch, that non-catch, how position so missed holding. Return team number 84.
Just crazy swing of field
Yeah,
position.
to give that up.
Yeah, like Zap said, it's going to be an 80-yard punt.
Your eyes are moving, your head's moving, right? So that's why we miss these. And I would have liked to see the replay official.
Yeah, that would have been a catch in college.
But that's why Dallas runs
Yeah, crazy catch at that.
Awesome job by Parsons.
Parsons, man. I really glad they didn't throw a flag on that. That was just like to like discipline high effort. I hate that. So I'm glad there was no flag on that play. That would have been a travesty. I mean, a little hyperbolic there, but you know.
It's funny that his athleticism actually saves him from a penalty there, because if he's even like half a second late on that hit, it would have been a 15-yard penalty.
Or what if he's stumbling? Like, you know what I mean? He loses his footing and he's just falling forward. Like it's a clumsy fall. That's for sure a 15-yarder. Oh, this could be a big one. Oh. Interesting tackle choice from Jalen Smith on Devontae. I'm sure they're related. Why didn't 26 attack it more? I didn't like that. Man, and they're only at the, after those plays, they're only at the, what, 45, 46? Their own? Holy. Man, that was fast. I'm not going to be able to say that name. Did he face, man? It looked like he grabbed him around the neck, though.
Oh, that was clean.
No, that's a big sack.
Just imagine how strong you have to be to tackle a guy like that.
Unbelievable, and clean. Like, think how these stupid rules they have. Like to get that clean and just rip with one arm as another big, huge man's pulling your body. That's a huge flag against Philly. Massive hold on against 11 or. Someone held Micah Parsons there. Yeah, I had him around the neck. Yeah, okay. That was a massive hold. I like those ref hats, the white ones. What is it, second and forever?
Yeah, it's going to be like second and 30.
Yeah. These types of situations always separate, like, excuse me, the good and the bad teams. Like, you better be giving up this 30-yard thing like 1 in 30 tries. Like, you better be able to hold them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd hope so.
You'd hope so, exactly. It's not that hard when you can give up 10 yards. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can literally spot them 10 yards in the next play.
It matters who you travel with.
Yeah. Dallas could get the ball back. I don't know if that's necessary though. Like, there's a chance though, I guess. They kind of have, they're built for it though, Dallas, like receiver wise. Be nice to have Gallup though in those spots, like if you're trying to score quickly. I don't know, Jackson. I think I saw one that was like 50 yards, I think. But I think it was one of those botched fumbles, snaps, where he snaps it way over the guy's head and then like comedy of errors and they recover it like way, way, way behind. Did I get frozen here, Big Rye?
Yep.
My audio's coming in though?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Third and 93. I don't even know how that's. So it's penalties and a bad snap. It has to be.
So it said, the furthest a team ever had to go to get a first down was 3rd and 50. The Redskins parlayed a sack and 2 penalties into a 3rd and 50 on the last play of their 38-31 loss to the Bengals. And then it said one of the penalties was mismarked by the replacement officials.
So even worse. Man, they're playing pretty close to the line on 2nd and 31 here. Like I there's a lot of green behind him.
I like that aggressiveness, though.
Yeah.
As for the all-time record, I think the Patriots hold that with a 4th and 63 against the Cowboys in 1971.
I don't know, Zaps. I don't know why no timeout here. I guess they don't want to go into a 1 minute drill with, or a minute 20 drill with no timeouts. 4th and 63. That's a real 4th and long. Dude, he almost
Man.
got there.
These
Micah Parsons had
plays
to make
from
a play.
Parsons. Yeah, no
Did
kidding.
he get out of bounds? No. Why are you calling a timeout? Why aren't you calling a timeout?
It's just terrible. Like, Mike McCarthy's up there.
What are you doing?
For me, when it comes to bad coaching.
Oh my.
Even the refs, like, you're not taking one?
Are they joking?
The Eagles might as well keep their offense on the field.
This is oh my goodness.
Think about the other team just took it down to the last second before they had to make this kick, and you didn't use one of your timeouts.
So what? So what's your plan now? They're gonna have another. The half's gonna end, and then the Eagles get the ball back, and you're gonna give them another chance to come back in the game. What is that?
You know what's going to be even better is that there's a chance that they're still going to run offensive plays.
Yeah. Are they joking with this? This is disgusting. What? Okay, if especially like you're up against so I'm like a loss for words. It's not like your offense is playing the 85 Bears. Like you've had a lot of success. You mean to tell me with a minute 30? Like, and the other thing too is, don't you want to get a 2-minute drill in here?
All right.
All right, I'll restart my camera.
Okay. Well, they didn't run an offensive play other than the kneel down, so I guess they're happy with where they're at. Don't want to take any chances.
That's not an answer. It's nice of you being very generous here.
I don't agree with it. I'm just, if they ran an actual offensive play after that, then that would have been funny.
Give me a shot at the camera again. There we go. That's
There you
better.
go.
I'm like shell shocked. How bad that was.
Big Adam Gase energy.
You know, that's like saying to me, it's like, I want to be up at 6 with 5 minutes into the third quarter. That's what that attitude tells me. Man, Booger looking trim. He should hold up his hands to show me how many pounds he lost.
What? All 3 quarterbacks under consideration to start next week.
Matt Nagy's a complete clown shoe.
getting to see Josh Gordon highlights from 5 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago. Was Gronk hurt? Oh, nice.
He took
He just
this
took a
hit.
big shot. Yeah. Maybe Goodell said that the game wasn't close enough, so they needed to make sure they didn't score any more points.
Yeah, Zaps. That was the most interesting part, is that the referee had his whistle in his mouth, standing there waiting.
One of the only impartial people in the building, well, supposedly. Okay, Jake, here we go. Hercule Poirot from Tennessee, Jake Jacobs, saying that McCarthy's got the under. That makes sense. They just highlighted Aaron Rodgers over the Tucker kick. Tucker kick is legend. It's
insane.
Is unforgettable. Jake, you're making a good case here.
They made an interesting reference to that. Daniel Carlson said he played himself in fantasy and lost. I thought players weren't allowed to.
Who
to
played
play
himself in fantasy?
Daniel Carlson, the kicker for the Raiders.
I thought that was a huge no-no.
I thought so too, but apparently he said he played against himself, and he ended up being the reason why he lost, because he put up points.
That sounds really unethical, and this is coming from me, like in terms of me and gambling.
Yeah, Bears should sign Cam Newton just so they could have another guy in there, another mediocre
a guy for
quarterback
consideration
to pull from. Jeez.
And the other thing too is, why are you going around telling people stuff like that? Like, why not just say who? Okay, like if you really don't want to tell anyone, just say you'll see on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Like, why? Like, why do they have this thing where they have to tell everyone everything? It's kind of like I was talking to a friend about the CJ Henderson trade. He was 9th overall cornerback for the Jags last year, and they traded him for a 3rd-round pick, essentially. Maybe like a 3rd-round pick. So like, Urban Meyer made it known he didn't want the guy anymore. Like, why are you telling people? 9th overall is massive value, and then you're gonna get, like, okay, if you get a late first, that's fine. Like, but a 3rd, come on. Even a high 2nd. You know, like, you don't want him anymore. You want to cut your losses. Okay, fine. But not only are you gonna have to fork over the signing bonus, you're gonna lose that much draft capital between the 9th overall pick, and it just doesn't even make sense. And it's like he had a 10-game sample too. It's not like his value still wouldn't have been reasonable, right?
Yeah, Dan Arnold's the one who really got the wrong end of the stick, as they would say.
Well, at least you got to do a lot less late game blocking. No, absolutely, Jackson. Like, if you don't like someone, the last person you shouldn't be telling anybody. Everyone on your team you love. That's it. You love until. Who else did that?
I don't have any.
Ngannou.
Well, I don't have any evidence
to
back it up, but it feels like a very like college team thing to do. Like a
What's
college coach, like, because a college coach can just tell a player, like, you're not like, there's no value.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like you're trading him for another guy.
He can't go anywhere either for a year. Like, you're not playing against that guy either, even if it was possible, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Mickey. And I also, I'm not sure he's ever held the ball tightly into the end zone. There's a couple of backwards lateral mistakes.
Well, didn't he was one of the guys that dropped the ball on the one?
Yeah, he did it more than once. Oh, I didn't know Arizona's defense got a pick 6. No wonder I got so many points in fantasy.
Yeah, it was a flea flicker pick 6 that Trevor Lawrence decided to throw off his back foot.
Look how disgusted you were trying to tell that out loud.
Well, it was tough, right? Like that was part of the reason why Jacksonville didn't get the cover was pretty much that play. They were winning the game at that time too. Like
Oh my goodness. That catch by Jamar Chase was really good. I like the ones where they grab the back end of the ball.
Yeah,
You
and this
know.
Kareem Hunt run
Yeah.
was really good
Forget
too.
it. Like, forget it. The Browns are a good team. I feel good saying that. And it's honest. Yeah, it is looking that way.
Best attitude is Billy Bean in Moneyball. When you trade a guy, the other team asks what's wrong with him. You just say he's making the team look bad.
Yeah. That was a great line in that. You for sure did, Zaps.
What's the line right now, Zaps?
Yeah, there you go.
Nice,
I had a friend text me about that too.
This start for the Colts has been pretty disappointing.
I know. I really like them too. It's just unfortunate. They just don't have it. The quarterback thing is a big issue right now. Wentz is hurt. He played really good against the Rams in week 2, though.
Their matchup against the Dolphins is an interesting one because both teams, like, to me, the Dolphins are my darlings. I know you really like the Colts.
I like the Colts.
Oh, look they're getting married. You don't see enough old white guys getting married.
The other old white guys?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna run out of money buying tissues. Thankfully, I just steal them from your house.
Yeah, you're going to have to stop by pretty soon, it sounds like.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Mickey. But I like there's a possibility of a middle. But I don't know if people are down on the Chiefs. In the video, I felt it'd go the other way. But I was like gambling on gambling. I thought the Eagles would have a good game. It's still not done yet, right? The Eagles have a great half. That could change things. Oh, I think the Chiefs are the best team in the league, Zaps.
Yeah, everybody's got a price, right? After this performance, like if this continues, like, and this game finishes how it started, people are going to be on the Chiefs for sure.
Yeah, but you're going to be
No
able
matter
to
how
get.
they've looked.
It's going to shift to an area where you can buy back on the Eagles, much like Mickey said. 7.5, he's right. I think that's perfect. 7.5 minus 106, minus 108. I think that's fine. See you, Jackson. Thanks for participating.
Yeah, have a good night, Jackson.
Yeah, that's true. I that's totally true.
That's quite the streak, though. Like, it just shows you how impressive what the Patriots did for 10 years in a row.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's why we lost money every year betting against them, because it was unbelievable, right? Like, how could they keep covering? Because they were the best ATS almost every year, or at least in the conversation.
And then, like, Kansas City's the opposite of that. Like, we've been betting against Kansas City every week, and we're never like, oh, thank God for Kansas City. Like, it's, you know,
Yeah.
we've probably bet them, 9 of those 12 or 9 of those 13 games, 9 of the 12 games, if I had to guess.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's that much, but we were more likely on them. We were against them during their good ATS streak, though. To be real, we were losing against, betting against them,
Yeah. It all evens out.
sort of.
Ready to upgrade? Reset. Start again. And again. And again. Ready to invest in yourself. Ready for you wherever you are. TD Ready Advice. No matter how unique your path, a TD advisor can help you.
I had some time today, so I made some more headway on the college football numbers.
That's great. I made a college football bet today.
Or did you make one or you received one?
I made one. Play Now, the local lottery company, because they have a promotion for single game bets. $250 will get you a $250 bet. Will get you 5 free $50 bets.
Mm-hmm.
So I just scoured the college football lines, and I found the one with the largest gap in value between what they listed and what Pinnacle listed, and I just bet on that
nice.
team. It's on Thursday night. I don't even remember what team it is. So, but it was interesting though. They had a worse number than Pinnacle for every NFL game.
That sucks.
Made it easy though. College football, there was gaps. One was 20 points off. Pinnacle had it listed minus 190. I got it minus 170. So 2190. So.
Then.
Yeah.
I have no clue, Mickey. Like I was gonna ask you, like, what do you want to see? Because even I was thinking like right now I'm taking data. Like I did the first week of games, and there's probably like 90 games, and there was even more. But Action Network has them listed weird because there's like. Let me ask you this now while I've got you on here.
Oh shoot! And then of course I don't go to the bathroom during halftime. Be back, boys. 1 second.
So for some reason, Action Network has FBS and FCS, and they're separate, but some of the games are together. I don't fully understand what that is. But then also I was thinking, like, should I just be looking at games that have like 20,000 bets or more? Like, is it worth looking at every single game? Like, I'm still uncertain what to do because I don't know. How much does the market of like a very small game matter? That's so awesome. 62% on college football. That's super impressive. There's probably good value on college football and college basketball. So a little more effort, I guess, from my side. Now that we've got this set up, it makes it a lot more worthwhile to enter in the data. It just takes so long. Like with each game, I'm entering in, 20, 25 different data points. So if there's 90 games, there's 25 data points. It just takes a long time. Yeah, there won't be many 20K games. Like, I guess I was thinking like certain thresholds, like what's worth looking at. I'm going to take down everything, so we'll have some flexibility as to what to actually see. But I don't think I could preview 90 games. It's going to be a lot. Nice start for the Eagles. A Goddard reception. See, I've heard Goddard and I've heard Goddard. It's like Kelsey and Kelchi. I feel like everyone called him Kelchi for the first couple seasons. It looked like he hit Goddard in the hands. It looks like a drop. I kind of want to see a replay of this last one.
It's the same play. It's the opposite direction. Yeah, you're going to have a
just a little bit outside of his reach.
You don't have the margin for error to miss plays like that if you're Philadelphia. That's two bump coverages by the Dallas.
Both guys can be a little bit better there. Yeah, Zaps, that's so awesome. Oh boy. What a play by Diggs. What a play. Fat guy's going to be excited about that play. Are you liking it, Zaps? I haven't watched a full Eli Payton, and I won't get to because we live stream on Monday nights. But some of the highlight stuff I've actually liked from them, because like you can pick up little bits of information on things that we don't get to hear from a player's perspective enough. The receiver fell down, but I don't think it would have mattered. That was just a really, really nice play by Diggs. He took a chance and it paid off. I think it was Amari Cooper really talking up Diggs and how he's played in practice. And he made it count there. But this is a 20-point lead now for Dallas, who have been in, feels like, cruise control this entire game. Yeah, those are good indicators, Mickey, because then I can measure it and see, right? Like we can take games and say, okay, there has to be at least 7,000 bets, and then we can find out what's the win percentage rate. And then the other thing I can do is add in, like you said, with the money lines, the money difference, or like the profit, I guess you could say, the profit loss. So I can add that in against the spread. Just gonna take me some time. Zap saying Diggs is low-key a top 10 corner. That's between him and Parsons. They've been making a lot of plays. So if the rest of the Dallas defense can step up, then it's good potential for the future. And DeMarcus Lawrence has been so good over the past few seasons. I haven't noticed him that much this year, but hopefully he continues to play well. Yeah, the money line numbers would be interesting. I noticed so far, like, obviously the spreads are a lot larger in college football, and some of the money lines are just crazy. It's going to be a little bit different, too, because there's just not some of the, like, I feel like half of the money line money percentages and bet percentages are missing on college football games.
After hours of consecutive video calls,
Pick 6 from Dallas.
What?
Dallas got a pick 6, so they're up 27
Oh, my
to
goodness.
7.
Wow. What a time to go to the bathroom, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, Mickey, and there's not much market data to use for the OUs in this sample of NFL games that we've done. It'll be fun. Once tonight's game's done, I can add these games so that we'll have like 314 or 316 games, whatever it is. Heyo says the Eagles are the Jags of last year. Gets an unexpected win week 1, and everyone overrates them.
No way. No way.
They've come out as duds tonight. I don't think the Eagles are bad. I just think that they're not playing well tonight. He said, "What happened? You fell." But I still think Diggs would have made that play even if he didn't fall.
Yeah.
Zap said, I used
That
to bet
angle,
based
at
on
least.
the market, but started handicapping matchups more. I feel like I can't trust some of the betting percentages I see. I think that's a fair assessment too, Zaps. Like I see huge discrepancies at times, like betting percentages and market percentages. And I don't know if that's just like different numbers coming in from different books. And handicapping's the way to go. The big thing for Fat Guy and I when it comes to handicapping is that to do it well, like you need to invest a lot of time, and then you have to decide
money.
whether that time is worth the payoff.
Look at the green grass in front of Goddard, and then that leads to this, So the margin for error, we talked about that, is so razor thin with Jalen Hurts and with this Eagles team that one bad thing leads
Zav said Sharps crush college totals, especially unders. Eagles played Niners tough as hell, just left a lot of points on the field. I was stunned by them destroying Atlanta week 1.
Grab a number for you. CJ Goodwin down. Now, interestingly, going back to Jalen Hurts, when you're looking at wide receivers like that, look, I know Devontae Smith fell down, but I'm just saying from a defensive perspective, if you're looking at how quickly they are biting on the short passing game, now it's time to double move, see if we can get one over the top.
There's a whole new world out there, and it's full of possibilities. It's time to explore, to reach further, and reveal unexpected opportunities.
Goddard had another catch on that last drive, so
Customers abroad,
it's like 2.5 points now or something like that.
potential, export development,
The difference in our matchup.
find new paths, and grow your business
Oh yeah, that would have been.
to global business.
Oh, he did. It looks like you've. I went down in points somehow.
When you connect with Money,
What?
you get fast access to the
Oh, you're gonna beat me, I think.
early risers get a fresh start.
No, there's still
Business owners deliver on time.
Goddard has to have like
23 yards or a
30.
touchdown.
yeah, and no negative plays. Zab said I was a little high on Atlanta coming into the season, not looking now. Like the idea of Arthur Smith coming over. Mickey thinks the narrative maybe should be that the Cowboys are pretty freaking good. It's I like the Cowboys are like we saw what happened at the end of the first half with McCarthy, and that stuff
Yeah.
is just not good. And that's the worry that I have about the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys have actually drafted really well. I like that they spent so much draft capital on the defense, and then I still have questions about this offensive line, but because they've been able to move north-south today running the ball, it hasn't really been an issue.
You got a good point though about like that McCarthy decision making. In crunch time, those are two crucial mistakes. Despite McCarthy, yeah, that things like the end of the game is that's a good point. Like you can't make those mistakes against the big boys. You just can't. You get two of those coaching idiot it's like you almost have to get an extra turnover. You know what I mean? If you make 2 or 3 of those decisions, even 2, even 1, depending on the severity.
The only thing that I can justify is McCarthy feels like essentially they've won the game, and it's way too early to be thinking that.
Yeah.
It's either like very, very overconfident in what's going on, or very, very like overly scared of, a potential turnover. It just doesn't sit well with me either way. Is Gainwell a running back or a receiver? Because I thought he was a running
Kenneth
back,
Gainwell.
but it's just weird to see a guy back there with the number 14.
Yeah.
Really is a rookie quarterback until making his 7th career start here. And he's playing like a rookie right now. And I think everybody needs to understand that that's what he
Nick Saban, wow, they're getting real big hitters on there. Surprised Nick Saban even has the time. This defense is actually +7.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird to think?
The defense, to me, feels like they have enough athleticism to keep Hurts in check. So really, like, from what I've seen so far, Hurts has to get it done with his arm and just hasn't so far.
I have a question here now. How much of this time of possession is helping them? For the Schadenfreude, I would very much like to be in one.
Oh, he's got to run it. Like, he's got no choice. Either major indecisiveness from Hurts.
How did they
or
fall?
the-
How did the D lineman fall down like that?
Well, it's because they the offensive linemen all
Shot. Yeah.
Like that was supposed to be a screen to one of the tight ends. It looks like it was
He
supposed
just
to be a
got blown
screen to
up so
Goddard
well.
or Godare
Like I was confused
or
for
Goddard.
a second.
Sorry. How'd you like to be in Philly right now? Yeah, in a bar in Philly right now.
We don't wait for change. We see possibilities to use our voices to change the conversation.
Like that'd be a good game. I'm not a college guy, but like I like that Lane Kiffin decision making process that Mickey explained to me about like farming it out. I want to watch that in live, especially against Alabama. You should just be. I would imagine it would mean complete aggressiveness.
Cowboys football. Dallas takes over up 20. And fumbled the football. Prescott. And instantly
Oh man, that guy crunched him.
Dak's trying to wheel out from under center and just doesn't secure the snap. The worst part about those plays is then when you fall on the ball, the defensive lineman hits you right in the head.
Second and 14 here from the Cowboys, who've been able to make up from mistakes and penalties all game. He did a good job
Wow.
holding onto that ball. I think it was Cox that got the initial hit.
Yeah.
I want to see this again.
And Fletcher Cox are still playing hard. Just bowled over them. Holding guard. Offense. Number 52. Penalty is declined.
Yeah, decline that. Good job.
That's
Connor
about the
Williams,
third
that's 3.
penalty.
Yeah.
Balance and didn't watch what he does. This is the nightmare for the
Oh my!
Oh man.
I don't even know how you can call that holding. Like he just got bowled over.
Yeah. It worked out the same anyways, though. They just lost it down, lost the yards from that sack. Nice block, 86.
It's the Dalton Schultz coming out party.
So the Eagles get a stop. You almost feel like Philadelphia's only touchdown of the game was a defensive touchdown. They needed the defense to stand up for them again. And they get the stop here. Second punt of the night of Brian Anger.
Oh. Wow.
Eagles have the football. They'll start from their own 10 when we come back.
That stadium looks rad.
Referees who get hair plugs must love when there's a change of possession.
Yeah. Or when there's too many flags thrown, so they have to throw the hats.
Yeah.
You know, show off the dome, much like they just did for the stadium. What's a live line, Big Right?
20. The
Oh,
Dallas
yikes.
Cowboys live on the money line are minus 9,900. Eagles are plus 1,900 to come back. OU's at 55.
I bet you're feeling your throttle body actuator is sticky, am I right?
I don't know I don't know Mayor Lightfoot, but it's got to be the Mayor Lightfoot. At least with Nagy, they're just going to lose a couple games.
Lori Lightfoot, Beetlejuice. You don't know her? Oh, she's interesting.
Lori Lightfoot? Is this a fictional character?
No, it's the former lawyer lesbian mayor of Chicago who looks like Beetlejuice.
Who called her Beetlejuice?
I don't know. I find it funny though. It's a really decent comparison.
Aren't you Jesse from those bar down hockey quizzes? Yeah, man. You want to do a little hockey trivia? Sure. Name 2 Canadian franchises that started in other cities.
Toronto.
Oh, wow.
Calgary and Winnipeg?
I'm gonna go with Coach Nagy because at least Lightfoot has some redeeming qualities.
Well, all right.
I know which one's more socially relevant. Oh, I just saw.
That's an underrated performance. Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. I love that movie, and he steals it, and he's only in about like 15 minutes of the whole movie. Which is so weird. The movie is named after him. He's the antagonist, but like he's only in the climax of the movie and in like 4 or 5 vignettes.
Dan Quinn is the defensive coordinator,
Yeah.
it looks like, for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I agree, Mickey. I felt like there was a flag coming at some point in that play, but it didn't.
Also, Dan Quinn, major style points with the backwards hat.
Yeah, yeah. Looks like a aging B-boy.
Dallas Cowboys defense has 8 turnovers, most in the NFL.
Weird.
It feels like they've had guys spying on Hurts all game. And I feel like there's some plays that you got to be able to call to take advantage of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that 3rd round pick is the guy who had the really nice sack earlier. Micah Parsons has played well. The other guys I haven't noticed. But I love this. Like, this is where you spend your draft capital, is guys that are on defense that can come in and make plays. Wow.
False start. Unraveling here.
That's not a stat you want to have. 11 penalties per game is
It's too many. Way too
way
many.
too many.
Loud in here. Randy Gregory telling him it's going to be a long day. Dallas doesn't have DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, let's put that in our brains, eh?
They have cameras, guys taking like pictures and stuff up there. They're just interesting camera angles they get to look at.
Being at home.
No, just looking behind Dan Quinn at the stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
And the angles that they get to see.
He's got a team up there. Holy. If that's caught, that's incredible. I couldn't believe how well the D-line did there. They did everything. They jumped to try and get there. They got insane pressure, and Hurts with a pretty amazing pitch and catch here.
Is there just the one flag, or is there two flags on this play?
I think there's one. I think it's against the Cowboys. Both by a defense.
You're looking for positives to build on. Jalen Hurts stares down the barrel and doesn't flinch.
Like, how did he get out of this?
Throw under immense pressure and a nice
And then 94 made a great play. He goes, okay, I can't get there. He's about to throw. I'll jump. For this play to come to fruition, considering that type of pressure, is incredible. That was incredible. Wow. Nice job, Jalen Hurts. I mean, because these guys got there. I like it. It's such a nice Hurts.
It was weird that Ertz was that wide open on that play.
Yeah, well, it was a keeper, right? He was the lead blocker, and then he just passed it to him. High fiving the cheerleader.
Yeah. Oh man.
He has a weird gait, Jalen Smith. It looks like he's like running fast, but he's not.
Yeah.
Comparatively, of course.
Well, he looks huge. It's weird to like it feels like he hasn't been in the league 4+ years.
I feel like it's been longer. Second round pick, Notre Dame. See where they spot him here. Wow, that was a generous spot. I feel like the rubber got kicked up 2 yards before, but
Ertz wide open.
Old Faithful, eh?
Yeah. I was just gonna actually talk down about Ertz, and then he's made two really nice plays on this drive. Man, what a disaster. Like, they're lucky they're up 20. Like, that was just... If this was a close game and that just happened, like...
Yeah.
That play would be getting so much more scrutiny than it is. I know there was a penalty, but that play where Hurts stepped up in the pocket, even with all the pressure.
Because that D-line won that. You know what I mean? Like, it won.
There was some luck. There was some luck definitely involved in that play.
That guy caught it anyways, too, Watkins.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. It's a live line now.
13. Eagles plus 953. Cowboys minus 1718. OU's at 61 with juice on the over at minus 115.
Buying home and auto insurance with Sonnet.
Take a moment, save a bundle. Visit sonnet.ca.
Thank you. I got a surprise quesadilla.
Nice.
I know I'm jazzed.
I'm guessing it's loaded with meat and vegetables.
Nope. You would normally be correct.
Order ahead with 7 Now for pickup or get it delivered fast 24/7. 7-Eleven, here for you in the neighborhood.
The last two #1 picks face off. Trevor Lawrence with a brilliant pass. That was a special throw by Joe Burrow. Thursday Night Football on TSN and CTV2. This is unbelievable.
I really want things to work out for Joe Burrow.
I'm super happy for how the season started for him because I really wasn't sure how he was going to look after this injury. And I haven't had a chance to watch a lot of the Bengals games yet, but from looking at highlights, it looks like he's played well.
He's had a lot of turnovers, though.
Yeah, see, that's why the highlights are misleading.
Safeties high, you got to feed Zeke, and they did it early in this game. In the first half, he had 11 rushes. Tony Pollard got in on the act, and these double teams up front. Zach Martin, we know how good he is. Left side, Tyron Smith and Williams getting in the act as well. But Lewis, they've gotten away from this a little bit here in the second half. Back-to-back drives, they've gone 3 and out. See if they can get back to it. Here's Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, that could have been a better run.
Gets 2. Yeah, there's an example of it. They're going to try and start getting this ball downhill between the tackles again. Get back to what set up their success in the first half. What was those duo runs that we just saw on the screen, the double teams at the point of attack? See if we can sustain the drive here.
Nice.
Really nice.
Nice.
Absolute laser from Dak Prescott. Wow. He put some heat on that. That was close.
Better delivery from Dak compared to the first game.
You're going to see him just fit this in here as that
That was not an easy throw to make and
No.
spot on.
No. Unreal stepping up. Unreal. And then knowing exactly where to go. That was unreal.
Watch Dak step up. He knows he's got a tight end and a receiver coming over to help. He knows he's going to take a deep drop and have to step underneath of Sweat. That's perfectly done from Dak Prescott. And just like that in the Philadelphia territory.
Man, what a difference a quarterback makes, eh?
Yeah.
That was a high snap. Keeper. Good job. Good job. Why take the hit when you're winning? Not worth it on that play.
Yeah, Wilson has been that one catch on the non-catch, I guess you could say, on the sideline was really great. And those little 12-minute YouTube game replays are gold. I agree, Mickey. I love them. I've even for like hockey games and basketball games too, I find they're really, really well done. But it's it like highlights are just weird because you can get some good stuff from highlights. Like you can see a lot very quickly, but at the same time, it doesn't really tell like the full picture of what happened or what's happening. But like, if you're being that's why I love market plays, is that you can be a little bit more casual about watching. Like you can watch more highlight stuff and not
You're better off.
be
eyes can't lie to you. Marketplace
Yeah, exactly.
removes biases too. If like, especially like I bet a college game, I don't even know what team I bet on. I prefer that. It's as Aaron Rodgers said, it's hard not to get romantic about football. I mean, NFL in particular for us, right? So nice stop by the Eagles. They're gonna have another chance here. I'm surprised Wilson's not open here. Nice job, Al. Yeah.
It didn't seem like that play had like a... Oh, my.
Oh, I thought that was blocked.
I want to see the replay on how close they got.
I don't know
'cause
how
it
that
looked,
got
it looked
through.
close, but who knows with the replay.
Oh,
It's funny because he took an angle where he's not going to hit him, he actually missed the block.
yeah.
Or if he sold out for the block, it looks like Greg Ward Jr.
But then there's also like if he didn't get it, it would have been roughing the kicker.
Yeah, that's
Such a
tough
weird
one.
paradigm.
And that's like, imagine making that decision running full speed, like
Yeah, like it's
without
not
even
that easy.
expecting
Yeah.
to get through.
First down. Really bizarre play, bizarre audible, and then reaction to it. Jalen Smith commanding the defense. This might be unnecessary roughness on Dallas.
That's not what you want to see after a change of possession, punt. You got plenty of time to get your play call, get out there and operate. An eligible player downfield, offense, number 76.
Wow.
5-yard penalty.
Wow. I thought it's because he grabbed him by the head. That's what you're talking about.
Kinds of things that just make you kind of go, what are we doing? And that's, that's a reflection on the coach and the quarterback. Here's the Andre Dillard here, the left tackle. You see he's way downfield before Jalen lets go of the football.
He's way downfield. Yeah.
Gotta play smarter than that. Easy call for the official, 1st and 15.
Nice
Nice play
tackle.
by Diggs. Mickey, I think you're talking about the lineman.
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be a run play, and then he pulled the ball back down and threw it. Like, it just...
Yeah.
That play was a disaster from the start. They could probably get a double move on Diggs. I'm surprised they don't try to do more things on offense to get the ball into Sanders' hands. He just feels like he does really well when in the open field.
That was a great play by Micah Parsons.
This is where you got to be really careful. They now have put Micah Parsons over Andre Dillard, and that's a smart move from Dan Quinn. Don't put him on Lane Johnson. Move him all over the place. Dickerson. Protection is good. Hurts lows and fires, and Smith couldn't haul it in.
Wow.
Diggs working on Smith.
Man, they're pumped in this stadium. Diggs is having a game.
Yeah,
Some nice cheerleader shots there.
Yeah, unreal from Diggs. That's just a
That's
special
great.
play from a corner. That's unreal. That's really, really
That was
good.
really good. And like there's no question of pass interference. It's not even it's just perfectly timed. Like clean as it gets.
Yeah, Carr and Herbert have to be up there with the MVP talks. I don't know if
Sorry,
we have,
Micah Parsons.
No, Derek Carr and Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
It's interesting to note here that Kansas City is actually in last place in their division.
Yeah. How about Teddy Bridgewater? 3-0, efficient. Not a catalyst, though. Oh, no, I know who MVP is right now. Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford, for sure, right? Got to be the leader through 3.
Chiefs to win their division, minus 107 right now.
Getting tight, eh?
And all the other 3 teams are 340 or greater, which is interesting.
Despite 2 of them being 3-0.
Yeah.
And one has a 1-game lead on the Chiefs on the road.
Yeah.
That might be PI.
It didn't look like Slay looked back to the ball, so. Oh, he did look back, so that to me that was good coverage. That would have
I'm
been
fine with that.
a flag on a Packers corner,
Yeah.
but
yeah, game sample of 1. Oh
really
man,
nice job play design wise. That was awesome.
and they sold the
Elliott.
screen really well, and Dak's body language has fooled everyone like twice now. Like that's pretty good. And look, they got like that didn't even come out as clean as they would have liked in execution, and it was still great. Like I like how the bad version is still good. That was nice. But me and Zaps are into this play calling from Kellen Moore. Oh, man, those DNs were in the backfield. They just couldn't turn the corner. I love north-south running. Oh, that's the guy you want down. Probably your best player in your team. I mean, really. He might have cramps or something.
I think it's cramps as well.
That guy's a serious bad dude. Fletcher Cox, he's really good. Yeah, he's got cramps. Is he going with a gel too? He's really trying to I like it. I mean, milk it. I mean, not that, I believe in momentum, but if it is a thing, that's a good way of deflating a balloon.
He's got to come off anyways. I think what's crazy to me is like you always see these players beside each other, so they don't look that big. But like when you see Fletcher Cox beside guys that are average size, I guess you could say, like it's just unbelievable. And Tyron Smith too, like just
he's a monster.
These guys are.
He is a monster. What a run! What a run! Oh, what a run! Oh, that's worth a high five in the team. You get a touchdown, you put this game away, guys.
cities, towns all over Canada.
Did you just unintentionally run into me? Yeah, I really feel bad about it. It's completely my fault. No, you take that back, pal. No, I was the one that slowed down just a little too soon. No, that's what you're supposed to do. I take full responsibility for it. Oh, great. The crash assist feature in my Bel Air Direct app detected the accident and is already offering emergency assistance. My Bel Air Direct app detected it too, pal. You like me, I like you. So let's wait for the tow truck and have a good time.
What's the live line now?
13 and a half.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
But there's heavy juice on the Cowboys side, minus
Cowboys, yeah.
153.
Yeah. What did you say? 153?
Yeah, minus 153.
Oh,
Cowboys
man.
minus 13 and a half.
Durable paper packaging that's recyclable. It's a small change that can help reduce plastic waste. Royale.
You packed up on toilet paper?
I don't know. You're really trying to make the most of this trip over.
Oh, I wasn't insinuating, but I could always use some. You know me. I'm a half roll fat guy. Might as well take a bath towel in there, eh? A beach towel.
There was actually a plot to kill you.
5 crucial questions to expose the truth. Who's at risk? Don't put your trust in the doctor. What needs to change?
It's awful. It's callous. That's stunning.
When will justice be done?
They're not just workers. They're people.
Where's the proof?
Forensic evidence always tells the truth.
Why did this happen? One team uncovers the story.
Man, long quarter here. Holy.
A new season of W5 with Avery Haynes. Saturday at 7 on CTV.
What wipes are underrated? Yeah, so are bidets. That's a European thing, but very underrated.
Dallas, the Cowboys are marching again. First down and 10 from the Philadelphia 20. CeeDee Lamb trying to split defenders. Steve Nelson.
Lamb is such a slender build. It's so strange.
Yeah. But that's the style, right? It's the smaller, speedier receivers are.
He's
teams
agile
are
more than
leaning.
speedy. He's looking pretty good. Oddly enough, the guy drafted like way after everyone. Justin Jefferson is probably easily the best receiver out of that bunch. That's first down. First down. Zeke is running hard.
And with CeeDee Lamb, it's not just about when he catches the ball, but look at him come in here and block. Here he is right here. Comes in and he'll insert like a fullback on a safety. He's not that big. He's 100.
That was a nice block from CeeDee Lamb. Not that he got a pancake or anything, but he made contact. That's good enough.
Oh
Well,
my God.
19. What are you
That-
doing?
That was a very interesting play.
I think there's a big miscue there, but
Prescott and miscommunication there. I'm looking for the smile and I don't see it. I think Dak was pointing to himself. That's on me. Let's see. Well, look at Zeke's like got his hands up. Zeke's got his hands up over here. Right. Again, it's all fun and games when you're up 27-14. Trying to score some more. Second and goal now from the 9. That's Pollard. Again, Elliott wasn't there to hand the football to. And Prescott's in big trouble. And he is smacked
whoa,
DJ Edwards down.
oh, it's close.
You wanted to go down if you're Dallas. Go down, score here,
No one's kicked a field goal yet, have they?
and they've had back-to-back plays where
Nope.
it just hasn't been clean.
Just a missed extra point is.
Yeah,
how we
missed
got the
pat, yeah.
score.
There's nowhere to go with the ball, and Dak gets in that spot, in that position. You don't want to take that hit. You want to throw the ball away.
Dak looked like maybe a little tweak in the ankle on that play.
Not the spot you want to be tweaking.
Oh man,
Free play. You gotta chuck that in the end zone, though.
I think he like half realized it and then didn't want to get
Yeah.
too aggressive. Like worst
Yeah.
case or best case, Zeke gets in, right?
I like Mickey's comment. McCarthy will probably take the play. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Running back to the locker room. I'm told you're being treated for those cramps, getting some fluid.
Dallas quick to the line here.
Should probably go for this, I would imagine. McCarthy's not going to do it, but he should.
I think they're going to go for 3, but I tend to agree with you. It looks like Prescott's staying out there.
You put the game away with this touchdown. Kudos to the defense for having everyone covered 2 plays in a row, 3 plays in a row. One being a free one. I don't like this look, though. I got to be real. Oh, what a play, man. Bought himself so much time. Good offensive line play. Man, who's it? Number 1 has been a nice 3 for them, you know. Wouldn't think you'd have that depth with Michael Gallup gone, but I hate zone, though. I got to be honest. Yeah. See what I mean, Nikki? It's the regression.
Yeah, Wilson's played really well tonight.
Really well. He's the
And
best receiver on the...
you could kind of say like that's the like if you wanted anyone to beat you, you'd probably make Wilson make those plays. And he's stepped up and made those plays when counted on.
Go with us and find millions of flexible options, all in our app. Expedia. It matters who you travel with.
Gallup's no slouch. Gallup's a seriously good player too. That's a really strong trio of receivers. I don't know if it's better than Tampa Bay, but it's up there. Tampa Bay's crew is pretty tough to beat.
It also just shows you like how many good receivers there are in this league. There's so many good receivers.
Reinforcing your our theory about the receiver in abundance in fantasy.
Well,
I
every
mean, like-
team's got 2 or 3 good receivers. It feels like it's just a different. It's just different
And like
than-
blaringly obvious ones too. Even Cincinnati. Boyd, Higgins, Chase, like Antonio Brown, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. That's another crew. Lamb, Gallup, and Amari Cooper, and perhaps Wilson here.
From the #1 rated brand, the new Ego Power Plus blower. It generates a staggering 650 cubic feet of air per minute, delivering performance that exceeds the power of
French commercial and
Ego Power Plus 650 CFM.
in one of our backgrounds.
Ego authorized dealers.
Y'all are Canadian. What? I don't know if they're getting Lale Collins back, Zaps.
That video message was sent to Dak
I think he's in trouble, Lale Collins.
Giovanni Hamilton after Dak's injury last year. Dak told us that message meant so much
Mickey, could you clarify here? I'm really curious here and confused.
in life. Giovanni
I've got the volume very,
Oh.
very slightly on mine, but you
Yes.
probably can hear it each time.
Edith Piaf. Yeah. Well, it's a BMO commercial. It's about Bank of Montreal. So
wanted to show him support. Says so much about his character
there's Canada's got a weird relationship between the French. It's so weird. The Quebec French don't want to be in Canada, but they like, they get a lot of money from the government, so there's that. And then the Quebec French don't like the French French, and the French French don't like the Quebec French. So I mean, it's a weird standoff. Yeah, I think so, Mickey. Yeah, and I think it's in is it in Saving Private Ryan too? I think it changed the lyrics though in the commercial to No Regrets though. Oh my goodness, 94. And he cut off the angle too, so he had to pass so differently.
I believe that's Randy Gregory.
Yeah. It's a fun town. Well, it used to be, Mickey. I haven't been there in years, but it was a good time.
The thing that's nice about Montreal is that they have their university downtown, so it's a very young downtown. And the drinking
A lot of
age,
walk
I
of
believe,
shame
is
early.
18, so it makes for a different atmosphere.
Man, Gregory, I like him today. Tony Meatball still needs some points here.
The OU's 56.5, but the under is minus 127. He's got a really nice price at 50.
They don't want to lose another O lineman. They don't want to lose another player. Why? It's bad.
So this is an interesting one, Zaps, because both Fat Guy and I were like Denver's a no-brainer for us, and then every single person who's made a pick in the contest has picked Baltimore. So we're very contrarian in at least our own circle on the Denver pick.
I like Denver for a different reason though. I think that you have a chance at a middle. That's why I think I've said in the video, I think there's a value on Baltimore, but like, I think there's a possibility that this line could move to 3 and you could buy the hook.
What if the spice makes perfection more perfect? What if you love him and you just don't know it?
Well, I better try one. Before they're gone.
My name is Giancarlo Esposito. While I've confronted some formidable foes in my time, I now face someone entirely new. You.
Rated M for mature.
Play it on the all-new Xbox. With Nordic Trek, I leave my limitations behind. I dash through green fields. I trek over white beaches. But I'm never alone.
Ready? Let's go.
And my trainer
Here we go.
is with me on this journey.
Let's go. Come on.
Pushing me further.
Come on, you can do it.
With Nordic Trek, I find greatness. Nordic
Yeah, I like those like
interactive.
tough mugger games, you know?
Fate of Earth is in our hands.
Short week for the Jags and a coach who's never coached in the NFL. I don't know if he's going to last. I really don't. Urban Meyer. I think this is a one and done.
It's the little things that you remember all your life.
That's a good prediction. Who's the next coach to get fired? I think Mike Zimmer might get fired in the first.
I think Nagy's probably the favorite right now.
Figure out my place in the world.
Maybe. Yeah, Nagy's got to be the favorite. Vikings came off a win. They were 0-2 going in. If they lost this last game, that would have played more into it. Which is so funny, like how like one extra game is what would get you fired over like a 70 game career, you know, with the team.
Another coach I was thinking of, and you're going to think it's crazy, is Frank Reich. If they just continue to
Yep.
lose.
I could see it. He'll end up being the best OC in the league, so it's not like he's going to have an issue. Everyone got through there.
Heals the Eagles the game, gain of 12. Look, the Eagles have speed. They have playmaking ability on the perimeter. It's just a matter of can they consistently sustain drives and get these guys out in open space. And they've shot themselves in the foot and really have been their own worst enemy tonight.
Nice catch.
Nice play.
Flag on the play, though, so chance this one's coming back.
Oh, they're getting caught in the RPO. That's nice. That's a nice handicapping metric you got there, Mickey. It's true. Carolina played on Thursday. They played on Monday night. That's a good point. Yeah, we like Matt Rule. Me and Big Rye are big fans.
Well, it's been like the same thing with Flores. Like they've done way more with way less of a roster.
Yeah.
And it's just super impressive, like the guys who can overcome, having bad quarterbacks, having, just bad rosters in general and still be able to win games consistently. Like, it's impressive.
Even Carolina didn't get the wins last year, but they were competitive.
Carolina played way above their weight class last year.
Yeah, they didn't quite get the wins, but I thought they were good. I'm still, the Teddy Bridgewater thing is still confusing me. There must have been something external, I think. Because the Darnold thing, he's looked fine, but wow. Where's the flag? Better not be in the secondary.
I think a lot of it has to do with who probably Rule wanted as his guy, or who the GM or who the owner, who knows who or what or why it came from, but Teddy just seemed like a stopgap. Oh man, this has just been a terrible game for the Eagles.
Yeah,
as far as penalties go.
Yeah, Joe Brady's done a great job so far. Carolina. That was a hold.
So Eagles in a hole here, 3rd and 15, 9:22 left. This game is pretty much slipped out of their grasp, but if I'm an Eagles player, I try to do everything I can to encourage stupid penalty on Dallas. It doesn't look like anything's going to come from this.
Thought something bigger might happen there.
Kurz did an awesome job here fighting through Goddard. Just looked very lackadaisical on that block and took it out on Kurz. If anything, it should have been a flag on.
Yeah.
On Goddard.
Dallas Goddard, yeah.
Then it looked like taunting from Kurz as he was walking off, but hey, they let it all go. 4th and 9. It looks like they're going. Are they going for this?
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah,
He's trying to win the game.
Look at the body language. This is just terrible body language too. The clock is ticking down. Just there's not a lot of confidence here.
Holy!
And there's a flag on this play, and they're gonna take the sack. So like they just got. That's
one where like analytics it doesn't work because your team's just like out of it, you know?
Well, it's not even that, like, mathematically they're still in this game. Like they could come back and win this game
Yes.
mathematically. But the body language there and just like you
Yeah,
let the
moves it
clock
to
run
0.
down, and Greg Ward is got his hands up. He doesn't even know what to run. Like, think about how poor that is.
You see how good Randy Gregory's having a game? Like, dude, the guy's flying, man.
They've won this line of scrimmage on both
Yeah.
sides of the ball,
And
and
they've
it's
won
been
this
the
game.
difference.
Where are they going to get that production? And Randy Gregory and Micah Parsons and Odigizua, those three guys have shown up consistently tonight and got pressure on Jalen Hurts.
Well, what portends well for their future is the fact that you have 2 rookies out here right now that are really picking up the pace and the tempo, and they're not even at full strength, not even close to
These last 8 minutes are pretty much
the rest of the crew comes back. This was a great
just going through the
Moved.
motions now.
Yeah.
we can carry the water for a little while.
The question is, what's Dan Quinn going to do? Is he going to take Micah Parsons back to the Mike linebacker position when he gets DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory on the edges?
I don't like I might be overcritical here, but like Hurts he's got to be the leader of this team, and if he's over there essentially like pouting on the sidelines, it's not like that's not how
Not a
you
good
get
look.
not how you get your team to come back
You
and
win
get in
guys
this
over,
game.
yeah.
Like this is where like that leadership makes a difference, right? Like it looks like he got punked tonight.
Is he a big or is he a linebacker? Do I have to have him in protection as a back? That's the last thing you want to do, but it just creates that indecision in your mind. And on third downs, you can bring him from wherever you want. 3rd and 1.
But like I say that, and like Elliott's been the same way, right? Like there's games where
Yeah.
Elliott looks so disinterested, and tonight he showed up. Schultz coming out party, as I said earlier. So this offense, the Eagles' offense is going to get back on the field. I'm actually really interested to see how they.
Respond.
Yeah, because this is kind of like. This is one of those ones where the public is seeing the same stuff I'm seeing. So if they come
Yeah.
out and get punked again, like that could be huge value against the Chiefs next week. Like these drives can move the line.
Yeah, that's a good point. 7.5, like Mickey said. Everyone's got a price. Ted DiBiase. Nice kick.
And the over hits. OU's now 61.5 with the over at -125.
Oh, they're predicting a Eagles touchdown.
And the live line is 25.5. Cowboys -160. Eagles +135.
Weekend Warriors, meet your match.
I'm gonna take a loss against the spread on this game,
And 20-inch black aluminum wheels, the Ram 50
and it's been a bad week. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
number 1 brand in new vehicle quality. Get up to 9,700
The only thing keeping me positive now is money lines.
Yeah.
in loyalty cash for select owners.
I've done well just about every week, but only because I'm on this side of the counter, so it's a lot easier.
Yeah, but that's good, right? That's part of the benefit of being able to do that.
Yep. Yeah. Did have that one week 1 Sunday was really bad, like on this side of the counter, and then everything just has gone the other way in spades.
Yeah. Jake Jacobs said, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Garbage Time, where degenerate gamblers wins become losses and losses become wins."
Could you put it any better than that?
No, that's
No, it's perfect.
straight out of the Al Michaels playbook.
Yeah, yeah. And a useless field goal, which is interesting to some.
Yeah.
Flip or fold. Stand out with the all-new Samsung Galaxy Z Series 5G. Even better with Bell, Canada's fastest 5G network.
bad about it. It's completely my fault. No, you take that back, pal. No, I was the one that slowed down just a little too soon. That's what you're supposed to do. I take full responsibility for it. Oh, great. The crash assist feature of my Bel Air Direct app detected the accident and is already offering emergency assistance. My Bel Air Direct app detected it too. Listen, pal. You like me, I like you. So let's wait for the tow truck and have a good time. That sounds perfect. I love how your hair blows in the wind. Thanks, man.
Introducing the new Bel Air Direct app. Smart insurance with perks.
Back in Arlington, this feels like a bad time to look at the Eagles' upcoming schedule. How about these next four opponents? Chiefs, undefeated Panthers, Buccaneers, undefeated Raiders. The next four opponents for the Philadelphia Eagles, who trail 41-14 here to their arch rivals from Dallas. Time for tonight's Burger King, King of the Moment, and the night belongs to Dak Prescott.
You're on Hurts over rushing
Yeah,
prop. So
yeah.
how many yards does he need? We got to be in on this with you because
Yeah, we got to
there's
sweat,
a good
right?
chance that he could.
It's
If
desperation, right?
If they play two deep safety, then it might be his time to get some of these yards back. It seems like pretty much every play they've had a spy on him. But to me, that means that like you should be able to take advantage down the field if there's a spy on you, and
Which they haven't.
yeah. But it all starts with the line play, and if your line is just getting dominated, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Are they mailing it in?
It looks like it. They didn't you kind of have to. Doesn't mean they can't score, but it just this hasn't been a good performance from the Eagles from a lot of different standpoints.
And he said the word he used floored me. He said it was a blessing. Like, imagine that frame of reference and that perspective for him to look at what he went through and all that pain as a blessing.
I wouldn't be either. It felt like they were mailing it in with that play call there. Ertz is having more of an impact here than I would have thought in terms of production.
Yeah, he's done well.
We need to put that aside. This now, he is playing as good as he ever has and playing himself right into the MVP conversation this season. Hurts the throw.
Oh, you hear the thwack on that to get that ball out by 30? I liked it.
Yeah, Brown on the Cowboys.
Dak Prescott, and here he is again. I think starting on the road helped for the Cowboys this season. Two great road performances by Prescott to come here for the home opener in the third game.
And to tell you what really crystallized the kind of mental resolve this young man has is this. I asked him, what were the tears about when you were sitting on the cart and you were rolling off the field? He said, you know what? It was about the fact that I wasn't going to be able to play anymore. I had to leave the field. They were taking me off the field. He said, you know what? Quickly, when I got in the back, my mind shifted quickly to what do I need to do? How do I need to get back? He said, it really, he said it happened that quick. And he said, that may sound a little bit crazy. That may sound a little bit, a little bit messed up. But I quickly put a plan together. And his plan has worked out beautifully with the way he has started off this season.
He's different. There's no question about it. He's different. Flags come in.
There's a hold.
Hurts throwing. A short completion. The gain
This O-line has struggled mightily, and it's gotten worse and worse. It's weird how like the pass rush has been gaining steam. You know what I mean?
And there's ways that you can adjust to that, right? Like there's certain play calls that you can make, but they just haven't done themselves any favors in this game with how they've called the game, how they've executed. Like how many times has Hurts just held on to the ball too long to the point where, an offensive lineman's down the field. I get that you're kind of like giving him some freedom to like change up the play or make decisions, but like everyone's got to be on the same page, right? If the offensive linemen think it's a running play, they're going to run 5 yards down the field. They're trying to make
It's true.
They're trying to make their play.
You sense it coming from him. He epitomizes a franchise quarterback in every sense of the word. You have to
It's 1st and 20 here for the Eagles.
all the way back and then some.
But there again, like holding
That
on to
was
the
a
ball
hold.
too long.
Uh-huh.
Flag on the play. But like when you hold on to the ball that long, you're also getting it into skill position players late, and defenders are making plays. It's not like proactive, like creating time to make space for your skill position players. It's more like just trying to survive back there to make those plays.
Chiefs
Zap
went up to
said-
7.5. Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
How high? 9? 10?
It'll probably be like 8,
Yeah, 8. Yeah.
maybe 8.5. It depends how much buyback they want, but on Philly. Micah Parsons down here. That's not a good sign for Dallas.
Not good at all. What's his flag going to be?
It's got to be a holding on the Eagles.
Yeah, it is. I thought so, but then it seemed labored. Over 1.5, over 0.5 tears shed by Dak cashes. What is it like? What's the down and distance here? First and what? Like 30? Yeah, it is. What's going on? What a bizarre game. Nice job, Kenneth Gainwell.
These are the plays that you
97
call,
all
though.
over the place.
Like, this is the play that you call to, to counteract that pressure. I remember they tried to do it earlier, and Hurts decided he was going to pull the ball down and run. So I don't know if, like, that screen got blown up or what happened, but, like, there's ways to take advantage of some of these, the strengths, right? Like, to me, Gainwell in the open field against Van Der Esch seems like a good matchup.
Yeah.
Like, that seems like something you might want to take advantage of.
It's pretty soft right now, though. Like it's not like this was like available throughout the year, or throughout the game rather. Why even do the fake run though? I don't get it at this stage in the game.
Oh my goodness. What?
That's 2 wild throw plays that worked out.
I thought he was throwing it away.
I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, where is he putting this? When I saw it in the air, I'm like, oh, this is going to get intercepted. Like, why even bite on it? If they want to run, they can go for it.
That might have been like the most difficult throw of the week, and he laid it on him.
Lewis just misjudging that.
So, somebody cashed over half a tier shed by Dak. It says start of... Okay.
.25 units on it. Jake Jacobs always cashing them checks.
Under 62.5 is minus 1567. I don't know who's making these bets live, but
Well, it's because they can't move it anymore.
Dallas has their backup in. Now, are the Eagles going to use timeouts? Or are the Cowboys going to use timeouts? Maybe that's the better question.
Oh,
to
now
ask.
now he wants to use a timeout.
Cowboys Panthers is going to be an entertaining game. What's your very, very early look ahead line for Cowboys at the Giants? I'm making an assumption that it's at the Giants for some reason. I don't actually
Oh,
know.
okay. Well, okay. If it's at the Giants, Cowboys minus 5.5, -6.
It's in Dallas, sorry.
Cowboys minus 9.5.
Really?
I don't think perception wise, Giants could really look worse. Like, it's tough.
Yeah.
And like this is probably the most watched game so far. Is the one that's happening right now.
So then I'm guessing at 9.5, you like the Giants. Is this his first home game? Like, what is it they're talking about with Dak?
I think it's just no. They already had one against the Chargers. Or was that at SoFi? Was that at SoFi? They kind of look similar. I'm confused now.
Yeah, it was. So this is their first home game.
It's first home game then, yeah.
And they play 3 home games in a row.
With steel chainsaws starting at only $249.95. Plus, for a limited time, save $50 when you purchase a Wood Pro kit. Now only $39.95 at over 1,000 steel dealers across Canada. Find your local steel dealer today at steel.ca.
Ice Tea, Stone Cold, calling on everyone to turn to cold washing with Tide. Now with the help of NFL QB, Matty Ice. He's a cold call.
Matty Ice who?
Matt Ryan, and I convinced NFL teams to turn to cold. I'm joining the cold callers.
That's a million pounds of laundry.
The NFL, you guys are filthy.
Tide can handle it, even in cold.
Kid is good.
How about it? Twice the ice.
No.
This was a cold call.
You are a baker, a one-handed egg cracker, wicked whisker, cake maker, shaker, taster,
At +5 already. All right.
incredible icer. Because when it comes to baking, the magic's in the making. Robin Hood. I'm Christine Jones.
This is really good coffee. 1850. We just get this?
Over to weather.
Man.
1850 coffee. Taste that takes over.
Once Monday Night Football ends, Sports Center with me and my blue suit begins. Super Bowl champion Jabari Greer will break down this NFC East clash and NHL preseason action. Leafs, Habs, Canucks, and Flames.
All right, Scott, we'll see you in just a little bit. The total
They taking the air, installed dead air in the broadcast this game, with the Cowboys just trying to close this out. Well, trying to. They're closing this game out. This blowout. Did they call a timeout?
You would think there would be some frustration by the Eagles. Let's see. We got a lot to be frustrated about.
After the play, personal foul. Offense number 63. 15-yard penalty. Fourth down.
Lineman. Is that caught? No, it isn't. Tyler Biadz. Biadez. I can't even say his name.
That stops the clock. Do you think the Eagles come out and just take knees?
That's what I want to know. Why not run it though? Like run some plays here. I guess You live to fight another day. You get hurt. I don't know. Is it possible? No, you run plays. You just bomb it 3 times. Yeah, that would add some good bloopers. Because a lot of the color commentary or the commentary guys, they have to do they have to like study a little bit, and they have the name pronunciations in front of them. There's still gaps, but not as many.
The NFL has some like hard names. I can't understand like the UFC just because you have people from like all over the world. There's some crazy.
Dagestanis, yeah.
Oh yeah. It's really, really comedic to see the youngest and being compared to Dick Vermeil. At least for me, it is. Oh, Boston Scott with a rare appearance.
The O-line is decimated. They're going to have trouble going forward. They got cluster injuries at O-line. Jerry Jones very happy. Son in tow. I don't mind his son's decisions. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Zaps. Please stay in bounds. End the pain. Yeah.
%.
So that'd be a 50-1 break even odd set. Could I bet them at 50-1? Not with that coaching. I think I need more. There's a run for Jake Jacobs. Not enough. Watch him take 3 petty timeouts.
Yeah. If Shiano was here, he'd know how to do it.
He would. I remember being choked at that game. There were 7-point dogs, and I had them, and they were up like 10 or 14 at the half, and they lost. They didn't even cover. I remember being so choked. I'm like, how do you blow that? They were playing the Giants, an Eli Manning Giants team.
Man, nothing worse than just a dead football game. Like the
Yeah.
last 8 minutes, there's just really not
Dead
much.
air from us and the energy in the stadium. All right, I think we're gonna end this broadcast on a low light here a little bit.
Fat guy wants to get out of here, so this game is done. Cowboys murder the Eagles. Put all your money against the Eagles next week, And we're all going to be winners.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Eventually, I'm going to find this stream on my computer. And now I can click end. You guys all have a good night.